Y'all's the hate on all of my moves, but now niggas on it. Y'all used to bait me on me and my views, but now niggas on it. I used to tell them I'ma have me a show, but now niggas on it. Her homies on it. Your homies on it. Y'all's the hate on all of my moves, but now niggas on it. Y'all used to bait me on me and my views, but now niggas on it. I used to tell them I'ma have me a show, but now niggas on it. Her homies on it. Your homies on it.
What up, what up? We back. Realest podcast ever. I don't know what episode number this is, but it's a very, very special episode today, man. We got one of my great friends in the building. He's a marketer, DJ, radio DJ, tour DJ, nightclub DJ, radio DJ, fucking
DJ.
Yeah, he got the brands on lock. He got the Hennessy. You know, we going nuts with the Hennessy today. You know what I'm saying? Hennessy, TRPE, all up in the building, man.
Yes, I like that.
Very, very great friend of mine. I love this guy to death. We came from washing cars together in suits on the roof.
What? You ain't lying.
Why we not wearing suits?
We gonna get into
We gonna get into all of it. You know what I'm saying? Washing cars together, wearing suits on the roof. Back when they used to call him short tie.
Short tie. Boy, stop, man.
My friend, my brother, a great man.
Yeah.
DJ Aye Boogie.
Boy, stop, man.
It's a real production. You know what I'm saying? We got sound effects. We got 2 cameras, lights. You know what I'm saying? The whole setup, man. It's a real deal.
You know what's crazy is when you like you in your spiel and you thinking that the whole crowd is gonna appreciate what the host is saying. And you look at the one person in the crowd that's like, what the F is this? I'm just looking at Matt like, he did that too.
Yeah, Matt is married to sports betting.
No, because somebody, Kyrie got 44. They're hashtagging him Flat Earth King. I had to put that shit down.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, we here with a very special guest, man. He is I don't want to mess the title up. You are the fill in the blank for Hennessy for the Philadelphia metropolitan market.
So basically, I mean, the corporate title is a Team Hennessy influencer or Team Hennessy manager or what have you. But in layman's terms, the face of Hennessy, you know,
for this market.
For this market, yeah.
That's big, man.
Hey, thank you, man.
I kind of wanted to start there because, you know, being with my history in nightlife and knowing the prestige that Hennessy has, it's the number one product in nightclubs across the universe, but number one cognac in the universe.
Right.
And it's to the point where, you know, they have like 100% market penetration, but then you have somebody like you that comes along in, you know, one of their bigger markets, but you found more market penetration.
Right.
How the fuck did you do it?
So, you know what I mean? Like Hennessy, like everything that you said, it goes a long way with our culture. You know what I'm saying? As far as even being like one of those first spirit brands to invest in like, you know, Ebony and Jet, you know, back in the day. So it is a lot more, you know, culture relevant than what we, you know, tend to give it. But nowadays in 2022 with, you know, things being so focused on, you know, consumer engagement and just making sure people feel a part of the story. When they give us opportunities to, you know, be in the conversation, like it's just a matter of just being able to use the creativity that we've grown up with, doing things that just felt normal to us for so many years. Where it's like, you know, brunch parties used to be, or nightclub was just what we did because we had to make money. You know what I'm saying? We didn't want to go to work. We threw parties in the night. But it's a whole different story when, you know, $1 billion business is behind you saying like, go take what you're doing and elevate it even more.
Right.
And you know what I mean? I'm gonna give you the tools, the education to actually compete with these leading markets that are outside of Philadelphia. So it's just like, you know, with that type of momentum behind you, it's not that hard, you know what I mean? To find, you know, different ways to penetrate the market.
Like since you've been working with Hennessy, I've literally seen them support you in every way possible as far as like brand installation, giving you all the tools you need, you know, make sure that the nightclubs and the presentation is right. Paying for artists. We did an event with Bankroll Freddie on like a random Monday. And then the execs from Hennessy came. That support is something I think is very important because I've seen them show up to things that you're doing a lot. The big wigs. You know what I'm saying?
It's I remember you know, it was Vanity Grand when me and Chad first was in there, but it's Sin City now. And, you know, they were like, take us. Yeah, and I'm like, you want to go there, and it's like, yo, is really it's a unique, but also like a culture shock to see, like, the folks that sit on Zoom calls and you emailing and you doing all of this, corporate things. And then you get into nightlife, and it's like, yo, you really crossing generations. Like, on a bigger scale, you see what Meek doing it, you know what I mean, with Mike Rubin, or what he doing with Robert Kraft. But it's like, yo, on a local scale, not to dumb myself down, but just like, relative to what we talking about today, it's like I'm still emulating that same, like, bringing them into our world, and they bringing me into their world, you know what I mean? So it's a two-way street, a little push and pull, and it is working right now. So
yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about, how did the relationship with Hennessy come about? Because this position that you have is one that basically went unfilled in Philly for like a long ass time. Like, because the people that had the position before just did whatever the fuck they wanted to do and went hog wild and just basically raped and pillaged the budget. It didn't do what DJ Aye Boogie is doing, which is using the funds appropriately and creating a scene and making shit lit again.
I feel you. I love doing this with Chad. He gets to say all the things that I stay far away from saying. But
niggas was on bullshit. Like, we gotta call it like it is. Like, the position went unfilled for it. Yeah, we can say this is the realest podcast ever. The position went unfilled for like a decade. Like, niggas just did whatever. Like, I've heard the stories.
I know.
Niggas get 7,000. They spend 500 on the party. 6,500 go in their pocket. They get some balloons. The people from Hennessy show up. There's 8 people at the party. And some stirrers on the table. Some Hennessy straws.
Some olives.
Some olives. We don't even use olives as part of our job. And then they like, yo, we had enough of this shit.
Making martinis.
Making Hennessy martinis. Niggas was doing anything. It's Philly. You know what I'm saying? But they took it too far.
All right. Well, with us, you know what I mean? Well, not us. With me.
Let's focus on you, because you doing shit the right way.
Thank you, man. So with me, it was more so a conversation where they basically like presented the position. Jim Monday, salute Jim. She presented the position. It was just like, look, she like.
Just trying to make sure you sound good. Yeah.
There we go. She was just basically like, yo, this situation right here ain't something that, you apply for and it's just out there on LinkedIn or Indeed or something like that. Like, you got to kind of be jumped in. You know what I mean? Like, it's people that really live and get paid to live their daily life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, it's a blessing for God to put me in that position to just do what I do on a regular.
Right.
And I specifically, if you know me, if you know what I mean, you know what I stand for, what I'm about. Is like, I want to see everybody win. You know what I mean? I want to see the city win. So it's like, if I got an opportunity to wrap my arms around Dion in a championship, or Pretty Girls Cook in her 4-year anniversary, or stand next to whatever celebrity is coming into the city and just take them to dinner, just to chop it up with them and just let them know, like, yo, Philly ain't what you might see on the grams, or it's not what you might hear on the murder rate is out of control or whatever.
Right.
So it's like, any opportunity that I've gotten, to be in the know and be in a position to actually educate and illustrate, or just, like I said, just wrap my arms around somebody and make it seem like, yo, this is the city of brotherly love. You know what I mean? Like, I rock with you. I've always been able to, you know what I mean, use my branding, you know what I mean, use my position to do so. So it's like the way Chad is describing it, he's a little bit more aggressive with it, which I like. But yeah,
I'm like, out the game, so I'm gonna just talk. I'm gonna just call it like it is. Niggas is full of shit.
It's like, yo, when you know what I mean, when you got Made in America and you got insert X amount of A-list celebrities, why aren't we trying to be, in that conversation? Why aren't we trying to position ourselves for the one time that you got all this star power in your city? Why are we not hosting events that they actually want to be a part of? It's nothing worse than, I get tired of people saying like, oh my God, I'm going to Atlanta, DC, or this and this and that. And it's like, yo, if you just take care of home, you would have that same. If you take care of home, you would have that.
I don't like this cord. I'm going to switch your cord out. Hold on.
All right.
We doing troubleshooting live on there. I don't like the cord.
I don't like it either.
This is why we brought back up. Drop you out. Never before done. We troubleshooting live on the air on the realest podcast. We find a way to make a way.
In the meantime, I'm up 30 points in 2 of my games tonight.
Check. There we go.
All right, there we
Hello.
go.
All right, yeah. So what I was saying is basically like when you got the ball, man, you got to determine what you're gonna do with the rock. Like Matt keeps saying to my left, you know, Kyrie dropping 44 points right now in the first half. What you gonna do when you get a chance to be in the game? You know what I'm saying? Like you might I might have been a Kyrie, right? I might have been had to sit on the sideline for X amount of years, wait my turn, couldn't play. You know what I mean? Although I felt like I deserved to play, I couldn't play.
Yeah.
But when I get a chance to get in the game, I'm hitting the ground and I'm going for 44 in the first half. It's like, yo, if it's a celebrity coming through the radio, if it's a party going on at nightlife, if it's somebody that's, you know, doing a podcast and might want to gift a bottle to somebody because y'all got somebody, it's whatever is going on, I want to be able to contribute. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to use the momentum that's behind me with my brand and what they're doing for me in my life. I want to be able to share that. You know what I mean? Robin Hood, if you want to
Absolutely
call it that.
Something that I always admired about you, just in general, is that you're one of the few people I know, literally one of the only people I know that like you never let your candle go out. Like if A Boogie had a mantra, it's like we staying lit. Like regardless, like
that,
you stay announcing something new, being a part of something new, and forging your way forward.
Yeah.
Where does that like inspiration come from to just basically say like, yo, I'm just gonna never stop working?
Not even being cliche, you know what I mean, with the brand never stop, never settle. Not being cliche, but I remember it was a time where you know, I was DJing early in my career, and being from Philadelphia, you kind of just get in your mind like, all right, it's going to be slow, you know, from December to, you know, March, just because it's cold out, people don't want to do nothing. I just got to mentally accept that I'm just not, you know what I mean, going to be doing whatever. And I think it was, you know, it was Pat that was working for Sneakerville at the time. We're going to name drop today, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't feel like doing the whole politically correct thing.
Yeah.
But I remember like Pat or Sean at Sneaker Villa just kind of like laughed at me and was just like, yo, so you okay with just not making money for a good 4-month period just because you from Philadelphia? Like that makes sense to you? And I just, and after somebody say that to you, it's
like I'm a fucking
dang,
fool.
Yeah, like wait a minute. Like
I'm a loser.
I'm giving away a third of the year.
a third of the year just because it's cold outside. And it's like, yo, it don't stay like that for everybody. Like, and I'm just like, well, you know, being young and immature in the role of being a DJ, it's like, well, you know, people ain't coming out. It's like, they are.
They are. Yeah, they are.
People are. Like,
they are.
The problem is that you willing to stay here. And I was just like, you know what? And he said, yo, there's somebody that want what you got more than air itself. And I think I remember Chad tweeting something like that back in the past. Like, it's people that want it more than the air that we breathe. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's willing to die for the opportunities that you sitting on right now. So why let your candle go out? You know what I mean? Why let somebody else step into the blessings that God put in front of you just because you comfortable? You know what I mean? It's cold outside, so I'm going to just chill. Ain't nobody. People flying to Miami, the Maldives, Bali. Like, the party doesn't stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to continue. But it's like, yo, I realized early on in my career, like, yo, I can't put myself in a position to ever feel like how this man just made me feel. You know what I mean? And that's just, I like how you put that, though. You know what I mean? Your candle never goes out.
It never goes out. Like, I just see you that, you know, from afar and from up close because we work together so much. Like our ascension in nightlife was kind of like together. We worked corporate together. Like we alluded to it in the beginning, so I might as well tell that story now.
Go ahead.
Me and DJ Aye Boogie both worked at Enterprise together. I started slightly before him. And when I got promoted to MA, I was working at the University City office, and he was just coming in, fresh class. I think it was like October 07.
Way back.
Yeah, way back. It was like October 07. He had just came in as a management trainee in the MT program. So we was working together. You know what I'm saying? So we start realizing like, yo, we from like kind of the same neighborhoods, know a lot of the same people. Oh, this person, well, you know this guy, and da-da-da-da-da. And we was like the only two black guys there
in the whole situation.
in the whole situation. So it just naturally, we just formed like a brotherhood. And, you know, when you work in a corporate setting, we both tasked with having to work 50, 55 hours a week. Like, that's part of the regular schedule. Like,
renting cars.
Yeah,
people
like they base your salary on a 50-hour-a-week schedule. So I'm spending more time with him and the people at work than my family. So it's like I'm going to automatically lean to and assimilate to the people that are most like me.
Right.
And you know, we used to have to wash car. We was the low men on the totem pole, so we ain't have a car prep. 30 degrees outside. We on the roof washing cars, suits shoes,
man,
hard bottoms,
vacuuming
everything. Cars, the whole nine. So it's like we literally come from humble beginnings. So together. So to see him where he is, and then me be where I'm at, it's like we proud of one another. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And everybody just kind of like stayed on their task, and the people that had other dreams outside of enterprise became what they were supposed to become. Yeah,
man. Like he alluded to, short ties, what they might have called me.
Yeah, the Windsor knots.
The Windsor knots.
Double Windsor.
I was coming from a very apostolic church background. You know what I mean? And we only knew how to tie our ties a certain way. It wasn't no corporate tie. It was just tie. You know what I mean? I was ready for Sunday service, walking in the Enterprise. And I remember he always kept track on me, crack jokes on me, but it was just love, you know what I'm saying, from the rip. I seen the sneaks. He was always shopping for sneakers. We used to link up and made the order. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We go back from G-Shocks and Air Maxes and all that, man. So, it is humble beginnings, you know what I mean, to see what y'all doing. To see how y'all taking y'all platform, and you know what I mean, I get a chance to sit in the stands at different festivals and watch y'all, so you know what I mean, I really do appreciate the humble beginnings and where we are now, fast forward all these years, and we not done. And
let me say this, we're long overdue to get you here, but it's perfect timing at the same time. We 190 however many episodes in, we should have been had Aye Boogie on here, but in the vein of saying that you always announcing something new or got something new going on, you actually got an announcement today.
Yeah, man. So we started off talking about, Team Hennessy, but Team Moet is actually coming as well. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't put it out there, but I wanted to have something to bring to the table.
That's exclusive.
You know what I mean? That's a TR, you know what I'm saying, PE exclusive. You know what I mean? So when you see us going crazy with the bottles and the clubs and the nightlife, just know that we got champagne coming too. So, single-handedly, we could promo, DJ, and order.
Order a 20 ball.
A 20 ball, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want, we got it on this side. You know what I mean? Bubbles or the yak, whichever one. Bubbles or the yak, you know what I mean? Matt, what's good, bro?
I don't really, y'all are friends from, y'all was on the roof. I don't. Okay, when can we come to a Hennessy dinner?
Whenever you want, man. Actually,
I don't just want to walk in.
Nah. We do things the right way. You know what I'm saying? I would never let you walk in and just feel like, I'm just here. So.
I have a suit. I know how to tie a tie.
Nah, I didn't.
My dad showed. I know how to do both of them. The Windsor and the cross style.
I was in Enterprise looking like a trustee.
Oh, no.
I was on the deacon board.
And I do. Do y'all ever do like a black tie affair?
So that's actually, in the interest of keeping my candle lit, I was working on something. I'm still working on it. I ain't gonna drop that one on y'all just because it's still like meetings.
Well, I want to come to that. I want to wear a tux.
You want to wear a tux?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I've been.
We want to do a formal and a semi-formal.
No. I got something that I told you I got something I was working on for y'all.
Yeah.
Drop it yet.
And a sneaker ball.
A sneaker ball. All right. Yeah. Well, just anything else while we at?
Hey, listen, man.
This is video. We got video and audio proof. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else? If I see any other of these little promoters promoting that, I'm knocking them upside their shit.
On, man. Whoever drop an album, I'm surprised it ain't a party called the TRPE. Like
we've been approached. We've been approached.
I got asked to come, basically be the chancellor of the buns and booty. Yeah, I had shit going on that day.
Okay,
but
all right.
I do like all of those type situations where it's like dinner seems chill. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really a club person.
Nah, and
that's where y'all had that link. Me, I don't really. I'm annoyed in the club for the most part. So it's like that's not really my twist.
Except that night we got you drunk at Mirage.
Even that night was a bit much.
That's because you took an edible.
Yeah. That night was a bit much. Man. You know what I'm saying? But no.
Black ties. I got you.
I mean, really, people, it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah, any of them. Whatever you
I've been to Hennessy dinners. They're very nice.
Yeah. It's not, when I get a chance to sit down and break bread, like when I first got this, when I first got the deal, you know what I'm saying? When I first got in position, the first dinner that I held was with all the, Chad wasn't in the game at the time, but it was with all the promoters that was actually actively, either owned the club or was promoting, at a club. And I took everybody to Barclay Prime and, created like a round table and just was like,
No, that's when I was at.
Oh, you was at that one.
That was the tail. That was
dang.
I was burning out at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the tail.
All right,
that was the tail end. Yeah,
I'm vaguely
me,
remembering
Cole,
how-
P, Ed.
yeah. Okay, so then
yeah. We had the private room at Barclay
we had
Prom.
the private. Okay, dang, I excluded you. Let me bring you back in. All right, so when I got the deal, it was just basically like, you know, I want to make sure that the people that are of the city that help me get on, that help me, you know, motivate me, that help put me in position, like, yo, this for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we work for. You know, it's not for me to just get lit and then just be like, yeah, F all y'all. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got my Benz, I got my 40 acres and a mule. Y'all figure it out. It's like, no, I want everybody to feel like.
Sounds like me.
Matt's whole you figured me out. Matt's whole strategy in one sentence.
You got me red-handed.
Dang, man. Well, listen, it's balances, man. It's balances. You know what I'm saying? It's balances. Because it's with that opportunity, it's like, yo, by me just being able to take the market and utilizing everything from, you know, the NBA to rappers to just the people that I put hands on every day. It's like, yo, anybody in between can, you know what I mean, love what we got going on. Like, so, like I said, when I started the role, it was like a round table situation, like not on some Nino Brown vibes, but just more so on some like, yo, we gonna control the market. You
Definitely
know what I mean?
Nino Brown.
Like, I ain't trying to, like, you know what I mean, flex, but if you want to call it like a light flex, it's like, yo, this is it. You know what I'm saying? You got the #1 cognac brand, a luxury brand. People don't even know it's Louis Vuitton, Moet, Hennessy. You know what I mean? Louis Vuitton, Moet, then Hennessy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you encompass all three of those, it's like we talking about one of the most luxurious brands in the world that came to Philadelphia and said, yo, you know what I mean? Do your thing. And it's like, yo, that says a lot. I don't talk about it. Like, I'm going to talk about it today with y'all, but I don't really, you know
Very,
what I mean?
very humble. I give you credit for that.
Do you think that you don't? I feel like you're undercredited for all of the hats you wear, all of the stuff that you do, and all of the grand slams that you've hit in this city. I don't, and we've kind of got like a series of people that we gonna talk to that's like fit that same mold. That's like consistently killing shit 10 years plus, and almost nobody other than the people that are in the immediate circumference are talking about it. Like if like I used to always say this about myself when I was doing parties, I was the top of the game. Mm-hmm. I was fucking shit up.
Story.
Like I was fucking shit. Like this is not like Al Bundy, Polk High schools. But like I was fucking shit up.
These
like
are facts.
but I was like, damn. I always had like this buyer's remorse to it, to where it's like if I was in DC or if I was in LA or if I was in Houston or Miami, like I would be the greatest. Like it's like I got underappreciated because it's like, oh, you just in Philly doing it or whatever like that. Do you feel like it's an element of that to what you doing?
Bro. Hell yeah, man. Like I would say, like, you know, I try to not really talk too much, you know what I mean, about myself or about what I got going on, just because the world makes you feel vain. You know what I mean? The world makes you feel bad for saying, like, you know, I did work this hard. Matt was joking earlier, you know, I want to draw and get a Ferrari. But it's like, did you work that hard to get a Ferrari? Go get it. You know what I mean? But
a Lamborghini, but you know,
same my bad, you know, a couple $100,000 here or there. Tomato. But in the interest, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do the world make you feel bad for appreciating the things that you work for? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in a training not too long ago where the dude basically said, like, yo, I'm not going for the customer that's in a minivan. I'm going for the one that want the yellow Lambo truck. And it was just like, everybody's like,
yeah.
It's like, yo, why you got to apologize for that? Like, that's the dude that I want
he
to
said
represent
he
my
said I'm not
brand.
going for the customer.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it was a spirit brand. It was it was a different spirit brand. So I don't want to get into, you know what I mean,
no trade secrets.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it was like a different spirit brand where he came and it was like, yo, like this is what we represent. We're unapologetically bold. You know what I mean. This is who we are. This is what we embrace. And I just feel like to what Chad is saying is like Diddy was saying is like, yo, if I did the same thing that I did in a place that just had more opportunity, y'all took the same platform and you were just somewhere that had more opportunity, it would be like, yo.
We've talked about it
ad nauseum.
I'm gonna say daily.
Ad nauseum.
Like,
sometimes
on,
5 times a day.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like, yo, like you and the problem is like when you come to this city, that's why I travel so much, is because when you come from a city that's kind of so like this mine, you know what I mean? Like you can't get none. It's like, all right, is in Philly, it might be like 1 or 2, you know, spirit brands that got influencers, right? But you might go to Atlanta and it's, you know,
14
of them. You know what I mean? The same with the music game. You know what I I mean? You name the top 3 artists off of Philly that's current and relevant. Not saying it's only 3 artists in the game, but I'm saying the top 3 that are making millions off of their records, right? Uzi, Meek, and Rock. And the moment they get on, they out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you go to Atlanta, you got come on,
It's
bro.
endless.
It's endless if you go to Atlanta. But
I mean, I think that's with anything though, especially like what the market will bear.
But what I'm saying though, right, is not only is it endless, but it's like the opportunity is there. Example being, right, I'm in Atlanta, you know, DJing, and I come out of Toast. You know what I mean? Regular brunch spot. Now, if I'm in Philly, I'm coming out of Tasty's or Pretty Girls Cook. It's cold. I'm running in my car. I'm getting out of there. You come out of Atlanta, it's 60 degrees on a Tuesday. Gunna pulls up in a Rolls Royce. The whole parking lot is shut down, and now it's a vibe at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday in Atlanta. You're just not going to get that unless you in a market that has that. You know what I'm saying?
No, we talk about Black Hollywood aspect. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, we talk about that a lot, where it's like you know, when you think about it, us in LA, we're able to move around, bounce around, do this. We literally are in New York with Gotti, we do him. He's like, oh, let's go to 4040. You go. It's just, it makes all the sense in the world. Where it's like, you know, you hear, this is like, you get down there, let's go get some wings. Because to the Asian spot. So
it's like here, no matter how talented you are, no matter how good you are at your job, you still almost like pigeonholed to the market. Like it's almost like no one man is like bigger than the market. And in order to transcend the market, you got to leave this motherfucker.
And everybody love you once you leave.
I mean, yeah, like I was just in Memphis last week, and we was talking about how everything was within a 4-block radius. Like once you leave Bill Street downtown, it's like literally. So
Bill
it's like
Street
imagine us. Yeah, so it's nice. Imagine us being podcasters in Memphis. It's like you got John Morant, BB King grandson. You know, like after that,
Yo Gotti,
8 Ball, and that, like after that, it's just So it's like
Oh man, y'all ain't gonna show love the paper out.
Who?
Paper out Empire.
Of course, Dolphin.
You ain't mentioned dog. Come on, bro.
Well, I mean. Can't interview Dolph.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace to Dolph. But I just
wanted
I didn't want anybody to say like, dang, they ain't shout me out. See, I'm always
no.
thinking,
I mean, that's you being a DJ.
All right, my bad.
You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm not rocking the crowd. I don't give a damn.
I'm gonna say who I'm saying, and we gonna move on.
I actually did like Dolph.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy, but I remember I told you when I realized Dolph was on Cut It.
Yeah.
You didn't realize
a year ago.
I thought it was 2 Chainz.
It was a year ago. Yeah. It wasn't that long ago.
You gotta listen. It was funny because my man the other day was like, "Yo, I'm listening to the old podcast. The episode when you found out who Moneybagg Yo was the funniest shit." I'm like, I'm not in the culture.
In the culture, I got you.
I'm in the culture. Don't do that.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? Come on, I got enough shit for the Graceland shit. Like, I'm in the culture. Man, that's me out of the culture.
He said he just found out Cut It, which was arguably the summer anthem for how long?
I thought it was 2 Chainz. I just never looked at who was on.
You know what? See, in normal Aye Boogie fashion, I'm going to take that off of you. I'm going to put it on the DJs. That's our fault for not playing it past the first verse.
Well, no, that Jay-Z told the DJs to shut up. So that's it's all whole fault.
All right. Well, I thought it was me.
It all resorts
We
back
can
to
shift some blame.
Yeah.
Somebody got to take
You
it.
keep talking over the beat like that, But no, all jokes aside, like just the market in itself, it's like where you're at really does dictate just how far. And then, let's just be honest. Like Philly is a place, like you said, this is mine's,
Very crabbing.
Get away from me, and you would think, because the reality is, and I want this to come off the right way, there are a lot of dope creators, business people, music people, not trying to be funny, and people always go back to Hall and Oates and all of that, but it's just the reality is Philadelphia has its own thing.
Right.
We do. People love our lingo. They love our attitude. When people find out you from Philly, that's your nickname in other places.
Yes.
Jules' name down south is Philly.
Yeah.
I come down there, it's like, oh, you big Philly. I'm like, all right.
Like, he's bigger than me, but
Yeah, whatever.
Big Philly. I get it.
But that's how it is. So it's like they love us and just everything about Philadelphia. John is universal now. Everywhere you go got a Philly cheese steak. You know what I mean?
Oh man,
they've gotten to the point where they debating who got a better cheesesteak than Philly, and I'm just like, suck my dick. Like, y'all are ridiculous.
Bro.
I seen it was a war on the timeline like a year and a half ago. Baltimore people like, no, Baltimore's got the best cheesesteaks. Nigga. And I'm just like,
man.
are we? It's called a Philly cheesesteak, man.
Yo, the fact that I was in All-Star Weekend out Cleveland and I
bought a cheesesteak when I was in Fort Worth. they split the bread.
Yeah, bro.
I'm like, oh, this is a sandwich.
It's a sloppy Joe.
At least you got a cheese steak. You know what I'm saying?
This is a sloppy Joe.
Bro,
It's a hot ass Reuben.
Like, one of them sloppy Phillies.
Yo.
I was out there. Hey, listen, man. You come from Philly. I ain't flying nowhere to end up in the hood no more, man. But I come out of All-Star Weekend, and I'm just like, yo, all this star power in the city, it's got to be somewhere to eat at 2:05 in the morning. Ain't like I'm talking about, 4, 5. I'm saying 2:05, 2:11.
The club just closed.
Just closed. We walking out. I'm thinking we gonna go somewhere, to get like some dope food.
What All-Star Weekend was this?
The one I just passed.
Just now.
Cleveland?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to go to LeBron Mom's house.
I'm thinking, they like, oh, man, you got to go to the such as downtown. I'm just knowing I'm about to walk into a whole Cleveland vibe. It's going to be the after party, everybody there. Bro, this was
Cleveland vibe.
This was a bodega.
Yeah.
This is a bodega with a chicken Philly on the menu. Yeah. I'm like, yo, what the hell is a chicken Philly? And the dude is literally breaking it down. I didn't want to tell him I was from Philly because I wanted him to give me his best.
Yeah, want you to give me your best pitch.
I'm still
Give me your
I
elevator
was about
pitch.
to walk into a Cleveland vibe. That's a Bones Brothers. That's a Bones
I'm about to go to Ray Cash house.
Don't do Cleveland like that.
Everybody going to Lazy Crib. We playing dominoes.
Yo, salute to my boy Steph Floss, man. I killed his Cleveland vibe so much that I can't say nothing bad right now.
We about to go smoke Sherman, Lazy House. Cleveland vibe.
Yeah, after that, we got an exorcism at Busy Bone House.
Yo, the fact that y'all are killing these dudes like this.
Sacrificing a chicken at Busy House.
I swore I was getting a vibe, man. I was using this as a segue. I thought we were about to. Hey, man.
Don't worry. This show always go left, but we bring it back.
I love it, bro. I love it. I'm here for it, man.
I thought I was getting a Cleveland vibe. That's great,
bro. It's like, no, in all everything, man. If you've never been to Cleveland, it's like you touch down, and I'm just looking like, all right, All-Star Weekend. It's got to be something going on, and it's the activations, the corporations, everybody's out there. But
you would think that the NBA would have brought in like the circus coming to town.
Something, you know what I mean? Like something for like somebody mom and pop store, even if it's LeBron mom, if she rented out something like, yo, y'all here, can we get y'all some soul
somewhere
food?
like a King's Art Gallery, somewhere where somebody just put something together.
You know what I mean? Something for us to walk out and just be, of the Cleveland environment.
Yeah.
And at the time, I'd be killing Steph Floss. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy. But it was like, he literally just was like, all right, yo, it's right there. And I'm like, bro, my kitchen looks better than this establishment right now. And oh man, then it's salute to Cleveland. This is for you.
This one's for you, Cleveland.
This is for you.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
This one's for you, Cleveland. Let me ask you this.
I digress.
Let me ask you this. Tell us about your thought process and how you decide like what projects you take on and be a part of versus like what you be like, nah, I can't really.
All right. So this is that like this is where we're gonna go on the realest podcast ever, once and for all. Like from the rappers in the DMs to the random folks that just expect you to blow 90,000 on they fish fry just because they just want you
real
to do
quick,
it.
real quick disclaimer. All the rappers in my DM, I'm looking in the camera, there is nothing I can do for you. We do not interview rappers here, yo. Like
listen,
the few rappers we interviewed here, we have personal relationships with them. We love them niggas. It's more about them as live niggas than them as rappers. It has nothing to do like with them as rappers. Like we just fuck with them niggas. Like we do not interview rappers here, man.
I realized like where this show is like where I got like rappers really like
Upset?
No, DMing me like, yo, check my music, and I'm just like, you clearly have never listened to the. I just found out who Dolph was. Like, you clearly haven't.
We played. We world premiered Bay Fuck Them Hoes and fucked ourselves.
Yeah, y'all must not know. Rappers are one of some of the most sensitive folks that I've ever encountered.
They'll kill you.
Definitely. If it's not a diss record,
and rap about it.
Physically,
physically kill you and rap about it.
And then might post it with 1,000
and at you. And at you. I just killed
with
this
1,000
nigga.
comments. I give you the surveillance. 1,000 comments. I'll drop it right now.
1,000 comments, I dropped the fucking footage right now. That's funny as shit. Yeah.
The opposite.
Got this bitch ass nigga C Diddy crying on camera. 1,000 quotes, and I dropped that shit.
What,
you know what's funny? This is like on subject, but not. And I was thinking today, like, cause I'm betting on the joint. I'm like, I'm rolling, and I'm just like, I kind of want to like buy some hair. You know what I'm saying?
You earned it.
Listen. I was thinking about like, cause I have surgery where you can really get like hair.
Okay.
Not like the lace front. And then for some odd reason, I thought about what the fuck if you actually go get a lace front and then get into a fight.
And nigga take the wig off.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, yo, if I ever was in some shit, like we out and somebody mad about the podcast and like sucker punch me and my lace front come off, I gotta kill a nigga on camera.
Nah, it might look like your headphones. Like the way your headphones is crooked.
I had my homie dying and what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, dog, like, but the whole thought of killing somebody on tape, that's what made me think about this
dude.
I'm like, I gotta kill a nigga on camera after that happened. That's funny as shit.
All right, so back to the question.
Back to the question.
How does A Boogie decide what's a go, what's a no?
Basically, like, yo, it's gotta have substance, man. It's gotta make sense first and foremost. It's like sometimes I think people don't really realize or really put much thought into what it is that you asking. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Sometimes it really is just like, yo, ask yourself tomorrow, how do you feel about the thing that you pitched today? You know what I mean? Like, tomorrow, do it still sound the same way that it did when I first came up with it? Like, I like, not saying I don't got time to entertain and everything, but it's like, yo, we really worked hard to get to the positions that we at.
Yes.
Like, we can't just hand this over to you just because you the homie, we shake hands every now and then. But it's like, yo, why am I, like, meet me halfway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, meet me
I'll
halfway,
take 30% from these niggas.
I'll even take 30 or 25. Like, I'm a nice guy. Like, I'll find the rest. Like, meet me with 25. It just be like sometimes you look in your DM and it's like, hi, how do I get involved with Hennessy? You got a crickets button?
I wish.
But it'd be like,
the spooky button.
like, what do you want me to answer that with? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how you want me to get involved. It's like, well, can you donate 10 cases to my this and that?
You're a DJ.
Yeah.
So you deal with the public in a way.
Customer service is definitely
like,
something I gotta.
No, I'm not. Fuck people. I'm more so like.
You deal with people, right? Fuck people.
Yeah, like, do you feel like just the business you're in, you get dumbass questions? Like, are you used to it being a DJ?
Yeah, I think I'm just used to it. I think I'm used to it, and I'm so aware of entitlement. I think that's really the point that I was getting to, and it was just taking me too long to get there. But entitlement is really what I've recognized, I've understood, and it leads me to just kind of not even really take it personal. But the long and short of the answer is like, yo, it has to make sense, man. It literally just has to make sense. I just don't want to, I can't jeopardize everything that, I put my brand into, my personal brand. I can't jeopardize, your brand and waste your time, trying to squeeze water out of a rock. Like, long as it makes sense, let's come to the table and do it together. But it's like, I use music because it's a lot easier with music. Like, how do I say, all right, we're going to go with this song and play this on air, or we're going to go with that song and drop this in the club or whatever. And it's like artists, like Diddy, you understand, or Matt, you understand, because y'all music dudes. Like, you are dropping a record and no one else knows it outside of the 10 homies that you played it for. And you trying to skip all of the steps that come in between getting your record noticed, worked, shopped, mastered. Like, we didn't even get to getting it mastered.
Right.
It's going straight.
Most of these niggas not even mixing their records. They just 2-tracking them and putting them on.
2-track and just giving it to, like, why you ain't playing it on the radio. That's another thing. It's like, you see me in the club. You got ample opportunity to talk to me, shake my hand, and then it's like the infamous look like, yo, why you ain't drop my song? You never once sent it to me.
Yeah.
Like, I remember being in the club one time. We got Jeezy on one side, we got Gotti on another side. Like, you got two of arguably the top artists in the game who had representatives walk up to the DJ booth with flash drives and say, this is what Gotti dropping tonight. This is what Jeezy working on. And it's like, I gotta see you, and you want me to extract it from your Apple iTunes account in the middle of the no while I'm.
Can you get it off my TuneCore?
Can you put like? I got my stem player.
Give me a microphone. I can play it off my phone.
Like, what do y'all
niggas in the club like this, like how we be playing clips on here sometimes. Niggas like this with the fucking phone at the mic.
You sitting in the middle of a multi-million-dollar club with a Shure mic and an iPhone 10, and you like, yo, drop my single. You can't just plug it up. You ain't got no aux cord. You ain't got this. You ain't got
play it
that.
on my notes.
Like, come on, bro. Play it on my notes.
Play it on my notes.
Play it on my notes. It's funny as shit.
That's the last 3 years is playing out my notes.
Before you even get to plan it out my notes, you know they got to be rappers. Like, yo, bro, I ain't even got this joint on my phone. Yo, which one of y'all got my new single?
Which one of you 8 niggas that all look alike?
Are we about to share this bottle?
Which one of y'all got that single? Yo, chill, cuz. Yo, I'm handling something right now. Yo, airdrop it the book. Then I get it. It's an AMR file. It's like, come on, bro. Help me. Like, help me help you, bro. Like, you want me to throw everything at you but the kitchen sink. And it's like, yo, you're not even helping yourself.
It's
and the most fucked up part about this is, and I'm going to let you go, is that all of that he just described, I've seen it unfold. And it don't even come with a thank you or a tip at the end.
Oh, my goodness, bro.
It's not even like a little... send Boogie a bottle, or he go a 50 ball. It don't come with nothing. It's thanks for nothing, nigga.
I said, hold on, Mac. I'm gonna come back after you make your point.
I was more so just saying like it works everywhere.
Okay.
Like all over the world, niggas will literally like not take nothing. Like think about it. If you trying to be a rapper, oh, there go Boog.
Yeah.
All right, Aye Boogie's DJing tonight. You would think come with your music shit put together. Right?
A clean shirt.
That, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some lotion. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny because literally we were standing in front of my job one day, my old head Nate, shout out Nate, and the foreman, like, and the big foreman, like, and you know, we stand out, we niggas with uniforms, but the foreman is an old white dude, white shirt tucked in. You tell he's doing some shit. The nigga's walking up the street, he got on Crocs, like some fatigue shorts, white beater, he's smoking weed. He got maybe like 10 feet in front of us, was like, yo, y'all hiring? And we couldn't stop. I thought it was a skit. Like, I thought he was being funny.
Where's the camera?
But it's wild because it's like, and the foreman ain't old white dude. He was just like, it was so weird. Was he playing? He was like, no, he was dead ass serious. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you would think if you came here looking the right way with something to say, if you had a resume in your hand. Yeah, and walked up, yo, look, I've been trying to cut through. I put my application online. You think you just take my resume and give it to someone? It just works differently. So it's like it's the same thing where you say rappers will come up to you with basically no resume, no nothing in format, nothing put together, and be like, "Damn, dog, why you not doing my shit?" And you just like, huh?
Man, it's even just like piggybacking off what you saying, it's like it's like that entitlement, man, is just so like, man, social media is such a gift and a curse. Because it's like you really, in your right mind, think all 20,000 of the people that follow you, whether you bought them or not, you really think all 20,000 of those people, you know what I mean, are the reason why anybody should take you serious. And it's like, yo, you should be so much so in your right person that like I don't gotta stand and rely on my social media to be who I am. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, and it's like when you come approaching it, like you don't know, like I get tired of that. Like you don't know who I am. It's like, yo, it takes 2 seconds to stand up and say my name is such and such. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't even want to get in. I don't even want to get into the promoters that are like basically like advocating for this type of nonsense going on because it's like I come to the club.
I have a few people in mind, but continue.
I can't give them no name drops, man.
No, we're not going. No, I wouldn't ask you to, but I just know because I dealt with them and I know who the nut ass niggas are.
Diddy, like I'm talking about, we dealing with people that are like approaching the booth with real life attitudes, like real life aggression and real life want to put hands and feet on you. And you've never known them, you never seen them, you never talked to them, but it was like this promise was made somewhere else, and I'm the one that got to actually.
You got to stand on it, and that nigga's not even here.
He's not even here.
He's at another club.
He's collecting money from 8 different clubs.
He's at another club.
Getting money from 8 clubs, 2 bars, selling hair, and like come on, bro. And it's like, all right, I gotta sit here and deal with everything that you promised this dude.
Now you gotta troubleshoot this whole shit.
I gotta troubleshoot, bro. And then because I'm a nice guy, I gotta rip it off of iTunes, rip it off of SoundCloud, YouTube, convert it to an MP3, and actually get it, on my actual laptop for me to play it while I'm already DJing and interacting.
Actively DJing. Not even off to this. Not even taking a break or somebody else is filling in on the set, whatever. Nah, you actively DJing. Niggas think you got niggas, you gotta call dancers. You a strip club, you gotta call dancers, all this shit.
You feel me? I gotta do all of this.
Niggas be thinking you got the Wi-Fi from like Oracle. Like you got the Wi-Fi from like the company Oracle. Like how strong is this internet connection supposed to be to do all this shit?
All of this, right? And then take it a step further. We gotta do all of that. I gotta play it for free.
Yeah, let's not leave the free out.
Leave that out. Is that now I'm playing it for free, and then you got somebody like Dan with 2 cameras set up, getting all kinds of footage, and you getting I've dropped one song and have seen it take somebody's career, for 6 months. You done shot the 1-minute video up 15 different ways. Aye Boogie rocking with it. He was dropping it and such. He was this. He was that. And it's like, I work for this right here. My platform cost me a lot of nights in the club, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of money, and a lot of heartaches and handshakes. And I gave you all of that in 3 minutes, and you ain't even say thank you.
Yep.
You ain't
thanks for nothing.
And say, thanks, bro. Appreciate you dropping my single. You done recorded it, sent it out to the blogs. They dropping my ish in the clubs in Philly. Aye Boogie co-signed it. He stamped it. You ain't even dapped me up when you left. You just walked out.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and call me a bitch ass nigga under your breath.
You feel me?
Bitch ass nigga, you better have played it.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, but when I take a stand and it's like, I'm not doing that no more. Now I look like the asshole. You see what I'm saying?
You need an assistant if you don't have one.
It's
like at least for your club nights,
or like a guy, like one of those guys,
preferably somebody 6'5"
in Russian. Yeah, you need one of them guys.
You want to talk to Boogie?
It's crazy, bro. Like I done been in
Boogie not to play no song tonight,
bro.
Chill, let him in.
I know that's my man. Let him do.
That's this man. Chill, let him in.
If he dies.
Yeah, if he dies, he dies. Yeah, real shit.
But nah, that's happened before, man, where like, you know what I mean? Certain rappers, when you doing like these celebrity events, and it's like,
the celebrity events.
I was one of those DJs, right, that I knew when Gotti came, I knew who Youngster was. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Dolph. When Dolph came to the city, I knew who Key-Lock was. Like, I always paid attention to what was about to come next. You know what I'm saying? So when everybody was trying to drop the hottest music in the club or trying to drop the hottest whatever, it was like, they ain't on that. They already heard their music a million times across the city. They want the young nigga that's about to come next.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I dropped Heavy Camp in the club. Everybody looking like, who Youngster? You know what I'm saying? He's stepping on shit, he jumping, he climbing. The whole CMG is turned up for him, but everybody else is just looking like, what's that? And what do? They come up, that my hand is $500 in my hand. Just because you dropped the song. Now I got to go deal with the person that I came up in the game with that want me to do X amount of work for free, and then you taxing, you getting money off of it.
Yep.
But I gotta do it for free. Like you made all the promises, you got paid off of it, but I gotta do the work and do it for free. And I gotta possibly take a
nigga been paid a month ago.
I gotta handle the fair one and shoot the fade with Main Man if I decide to take a stand. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. So the original question, like, what's a go, what's a no, man? It's a go. I don't mind. It's a minute and 30 seconds of my life. Like, I don't mind you getting your rocks off. Just come correct, bro. Like, it's a mute, like, stand up as a man and meet me as or a female. Like, handle your business the right way. That's all I'm asking for. You know what I mean? That's
a respectable answer.
Unfortunately, that's too much for niggas.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you're not going to get anywhere with this. But it sounds great. It sounds amazing. But
you had your issues all buttoned up. You had a nice presented statement.
Don't play this record. Fuck what he talking about.
Travis Scott looking. Talk about it. Hell, man, everybody trying to hear that, bro.
They're going to be right on the bus in 2 weeks. Why the fuck Bug was acting like I don't have nothing to do.
They going to see Matt on the bus, me in the club. They going to have to catch Chad wherever Chad at.
They ain't going to see me. I don't deal with these niggas no more.
Chad got the best escape plan I've ever seen.
I'm out of the nigga business.
Go from top promoter in the city to just, how is he still making that kind of money?
It's a good life.
Hey, man, I want to disappear like that. Teach me when it's all said and done.
As soon as we cut the cameras off. Shit ain't for everybody.
Yeah,
the game is sold, not told.
I respect being a DJ.
Yeah.
You know, no, like I tried to DJ when I did when I was a kid.
Not with your display of young Dolph.
Oh, that's now. You know what I'm saying? This was back
Young
when
Matt was an animal.
No, young Matt was
Matt was on.
You know,
top of
Rod
things.
DJ, and I used to be around him and Zach and all them, and you know I liked it, and I just knew I didn't have a passion for it. Like it's just one of them things where like I don't want to stand up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that.
Of all the things, standing up.
For hours and having to do all that shit, you do.
I thought he was gonna say rappers. Like I don't want to deal with the rappers. Like
all of this shit for 3. I don't got time for all that shit.
These calisthenics.
Yeah. I like playing poker though. You sit down. You know what I'm saying? I just knew it. It wasn't a passion there for me. And I always respected DJs who could keep, because you know. Like Rod, like DJs back in the day, you had to carry records.
It's back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, like there was no laptop. There was no Serato. I don't know. Y'all still using Serato?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, but you see, I know there were, you had to go to Armand's. You had to go to fucking, see, I know this stuff.
Sounds of Upper Darby.
Sounds of Upper Darby. I remember we used to go to Armand's and spend hundreds of dollars dead ass buying record. I remember we did a party at the rec and like a nigga was like, yo, play, what was it? Zoom, zoom, zoom. I'm looking at the front door. He was like, you got
main source.
Main source. And I'm like, I gotta run that block. Right. I gotta go to Rock Crib because it's like, yo, we don't have like there wasn't just let me. So you really had to like buy records, and I remember taking Rod to like parties back in the day where like he had crates of records, and that was really how it went. So I just always respected the craft. Now it got a little polluted with the. Well,
come on, man.
Fuck it, I go full chat. Niggas ruined it. You know what I'm saying? With the Serato and the laptop, because now anybody with a laptop basically can DJ tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? There is no real live. There's still skill to it. Don't get that fucked up. But just you can jump in. It's like podcasting. Right. 2 mics, a Dan, you in there.
Like you can record a podcast on your phone.
Right. You know. So
Anchor, right on your phone.
Right. Whereas like back in the day, you know, yeah.
Nah, I mean, just kind of speaking to your point right now, that is the one thing that does frustrate me. You know what I mean? Like I don't really get my feathers ruffled too much, but like you know that like I said, that word entitlement and how it relates to the craft that I'm in. You know what I mean? How passionate I am about DJing, because it's like y'all understand it. Like you just was talking about Armand. I bought my first mixer from Armand's. You know how many DJs that's out that think they lit right now? That my
turntables were Newmarks.
Newmarks, okay.
I bought Newmarks from Armand.
They was bullshit, but
it was bullshit. But I'm talking about high school. I was like 13. I was like, yo, I want some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You went way.
Hey, let me get a 40 and
motherfucking turntables, mixers.
Give you a pair of Reebok classics.
Nah, bro. Listen,
but I bought some Newmarks from Armand's. You know what I'm saying? And Rob bought some Techniques, and it was like, yo, we really was buying shit and do it. But that was really what it was. You had to go to you couldn't even. There was no downloading the shit on the net.
No, the net didn't exist.
Fuck
man,
no.
I tell you what, bro. It was one of those situations where if you thinking about like what was it, LimeWire and Napster and all of them Jones, where
you fuck around and corrupt your whole shit.
You feel me? You would say with any song you downloaded, you was taking a chance with your whole set. You know what I'm saying? Just one file like that was just ruining everything you had going on. And it's like, to your point of what you're saying about DJs, it's like, yo, I came in the game where it wasn't no layup. You know what I mean? It wasn't no Instagram and nobody to kind of like big me up and say like, oh, well, you standing next to this person, so you must be lit too. You know what I'm saying? Or I came in the game where it was, you know, it was active. And Marty G's and Dells and Shot Money and C Nice and Ricochet. It's like it wasn't no room for me. It wasn't no lane for me to be like, oh, all right, the cool dude that's trying to market himself. No, like I had to fly to Atlanta and figure out like, yo, what can I do that they not doing up there? You know what I'm saying? Like Dells is talking and saying everything that you want to hear. You got Marty that's just
like, yo, pussy ass niggas, spend some money, you bitch ass nigga. I'm gonna send somebody to beat you the fuck up if you don't throw $1,000 right now. You hoe ass niggas.
Salute to
I fuck with you
know
niggas.
what I mean? That was
Dells cuss you out, tell you he love you, all in the same
all
joke.
in the same tone, and then drop a record that'll make you go crazy.
It's funny you mentioned that, but you know I was listening to earlier. Remember Nas when he was spazzing on 105
Yes.
after the takeover, John. Oh, y'all get on my fucking nerves. You got DJs dropping out. What the fuck is her album name? Talking about Adrian Martinez. That shit trash. Nori, step your fucking rap game up. Cam, you cool. You're a lyricist, but your album trash.
This dude, man, I love it.
Yo, but,
Nah,
yeah, but nah,
cool,
real
bro.
shit. Like being a DJ to me just always was super duper respectable because it's like it takes a lot to do that shit.
It's an actual art and a
It's
skill.
an art.
to it.
It's a real life
Man,
art.
and
Yeah.
it's when it's an art form when people actually care, man. And it's like, yo, I can't like one thing that like we was talking about earlier, just tying the two topics together is just like, yo, the hospitality and the mindset here is like, you know what I mean? When you go to Miami, they're servicing you, you know, and giving you your 20% worth. It's like in Philly, I'm paying my 20%, but you disappear after my bottle is delivered. You see what I'm saying? Like I got no cups, no ice. Like I be joking about
Sometimes they disappear before your bottles is
Before your
delivered.
bottle even
but
get
but
there.
you
It's
already
just-
have my money.
You took my money. You didn't deliver the service. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like when I look at certain situations with DJing and like just the art form about it, it's like, yo, you gotta care about your event enough to actually, you know, want quality there. You know what I mean? A lot of times people don't want quality. They just want music on. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality of the situation. Y'all don't really care who playing the music. You just want it on. It could be off the cell phone for all you care. You just want people to get in the building. You want to make your money out the door. 10% if you work that off the bar, and it's like, all right, my joint was lit. But nobody had a good time.
It is crazy because I remember a girl reached out to me and was like, "Do you know any DJs?" And I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I know you.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I just like shit. I hit Aye Boogie, and she was like, he probably charged too much. And I'm like, I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I mean? Like you
Like-
I don't understand it, man. It's like, yo, you like one of the things that I've taken on, like I said, with my role is like I'm trying to bring the substance back, man. I'm trying to bring stuff that make you actually feel good. It's nothing worse than spending your money and you feel like, what did I do that for? You know what I'm saying? Like how many DJs did you pay and you felt like, yo, I had to tell you every song to play. You know what I'm saying? Or my mom
Or
walked
you
in.
telling them what's on the plate and like, what's that?
And what's that?
What
you know
the
what
fuck
I'm saying?
is
I don't
that?
got the dirt.
I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying?
Shot the main
Yeah, if I'm gonna get that main source right there, anything else you want while I'm down?
Like, come on.
Gotta go
man.
3 blocks. So
Tell me now.
give me your whole joint
me
now.
I
all
want to get
this
back here.
now,
You want
bro.
Confessions of Fire? Say it now.
Like, you feel me, bro? Like that's just where I'm at with it now. It's like, yo, like I'm not putting myself out there. I'm very selective. I got in that point in my career where it's like, yo, I'm selective now with what gigs I take on because it's like it to me mentally, it's just not worth, you know, the headache, bro. It's literally not worth feeling like, you know what I mean, I want to deal with somebody that could really give, you know, to whatever is about me really being here or not. It's like your main focus is just you need music on, you need somebody, and who's gonna come at the cheapest price. Sis, go invest in an iPod.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you don't
Like you
want
do
a
know
DJ.
there are endless playlists on Apple
Yes.
Music titled.
Spotify,
They got a Southern Classics joint I was listening to
Cut
today.
that
Yeah,
motherfucker on and walk away.
yeah real shit.
You don't need me. You don't need this bill, man. But that's just one of I don't know, bro. That's one of the things that that really like. If you ever talk about one thing that is passionate, it's like, yo, I work for this, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really work for this. I tell dudes now, it's like, you know, they think like, oh, well, when you see somebody on stage and you see somebody on tour or you see somebody getting a sponsorship deal, it's like, yo, don't let this 1 minute recap on my Instagram, you know, hinder you from realizing the 9 years that I put where it was just me, security, and bar backs.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I feel like going through this process with him, now I can completely say that and understand that. Where it's like when you start something, you might not even have the vision of where you like, you know, I'm pretty sure when you started DJing, like you said, you wasn't even thinking about making money in the winter, let alone being an ambassador for one of the biggest companies in the world. So it's like, you know, with us, when we started this, you probably did more than I did. You know, I'll be honest, I was just like, I'm just trying to shut Chad up. You know what I'm saying? Like he keeps asking me.
Come do your stupid ass shit,
I gotta
nigga.
shut this nigga up. But now it's like it's gotten to the point where it's a real live thing.
Right.
It's an entity. You know what I'm saying? People are moving around it and in it and with it to where it's like, oh shit. But people look at it now and be like, oh, y'all doing all these things and y'all going places, y'all making money, and it'd be like, bro, we had like fights with each other, ourselves, like internally, because it's just like, yo, this shit ain't it. Like, you know, to where you gotta pivot and adjust, sort of like how you got to do in DJing, where it's like, all right, this ain't necessarily the wave right now. All right, I got to call, you know, and paid in full. You just sell heroin instead of coke. You know what I'm saying? But
switch the drug of choice.
Yeah, I ain't really rock over holler at your sister boy. But like, it's not that. So it's like you kind of gotta like go through all of the dips, the highs and the lows. And when you go through that, you get to a point where you just like, damn, now we in a position to where we do a live show, we can put one fam on the stage first time. You know, like where we can do shit like that, doing collaborations with Mona, doing a collaboration with this person, to where it's like we can have these sit downs with you, have these sit downs with that person, chef of the year, this rapper, that person. And it's a lot that you got to go through in building a brand and building a name and building and that's where we kind of got with each other, where it's like, we want TRPE to be there, always there. Like I was telling Jules the other day, you know how certain businesses, you be like, oh, I'm hungry, I want to go to so-and-so. Let me see if they open. You don't really got to look to see if McDonald's is open. Right. You know when they open. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I know what you're saying.
It's just what it is.
And it's some of the top brands in the world, they sell emotion nowadays. They don't sell products. They sell emotions.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
to where it's embedded in your brain. You don't even think about the shit. Exactly. You know in the morning you need to go to Dunkin' or Starbucks. You just know this shit. You know what I mean? And we kind of got to that point where it's like we just want to constantly be there and be seen. So we have nights like this where I got to get up at 5 a.m. but we doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? We have nights where he just came back off of the vacation. All right, well, I'm at your couch, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's just how it go. Dan, Dan is pulling the car up the 76. Fuck it, get your ass here. And you know, it's a lot to build it. So when you get to a point of being there, to have somebody just like, oh, when y'all gonna have me on a pod? Yeah. About what? Yeah. Exactly. And I shout out to Rod, because I say it all the time. Rod had enough wherewithal to be like, yo, when y'all do a show, because Rod's fully in sports betting now. He don't even DJ no more. So him talking about that is useless, because that's not his life. But sports betting is his actual life. So he like, when y'all do a show based on that,
something topical, I'm
in there. But he's like, it's at the point with y'all where just having your homies up there on the mic is like, for what? Right. And he had enough wherewithal to know that. Like, there's no reason to me coming there. There's no reason this person sitting in there. It's just what it is.
The greater point to what both of y'all saying is that there's no blueprint when you're breaking new ground. No. Like, there was nobody to walk us through or show us how to do podcasting. Like, we had to take our cues from what we thought was good, the people that our circle of influence, and then what we saw in the industry at large. But the urban podcasting industry came together around when we started, but it didn't really exist. Like, there was one or two shows. There was Taxstone, there was Juan Ep, and maybe one other. And think Drink Champs might have just started. Because they've been they a little bit ahead of us. So it's like it was those and Combat Jack. That was it.
And now
it's gotten hijacked to the point where anybody who was around anything back in the day will show up and have a podcast and just be like, I'm gonna get so-and-so to come and tell old stories with me. And it's like, that's cool, but that's not what podcasting was at the beginning. Like, the podcast at the beginning was, these are my thoughts. I'm gonna put them out and
see if y'all fuck with it or if y'all hate it.
See it. Am I tripping or am I on to something? And that's what made Joe Rogan so good, was the fact that he had these conspiracy theories and these far out things and all of that type of different shit. And podcasting now, like you said, it's I'm not mad at it. Like, I know DJs, especially older DJs, probably look at DJing now a little different when you see Lil Wayne DJing for $80,000 a night and Shaq and all these different things, where it's like anybody can just show the fuck up and be a lit ass DJ. Right. With podcasting, it's like it's still in the infancy years. You know what I'm saying? Of it, to where it's not like it's not that.
Nah, I feel you.
You know what I mean? I feel you. And it's a wild dynamic when you really look at it, but I know when it comes to DJing that it really got like scared.
It got diluted.
It got wild.
It got diluted, and it got to the point where, like I said, like what Chad was just saying, there's no real blueprint. You know what I'm saying? When you starting this thing out, like, even my own dad told me I was crazy. You know what I mean? For quitting my job and going to school, getting a degree, but then it's like, you want to go DJ? And it was just like,
is he black?
You know, he is.
Sounds like most black fathers.
All black men have a tendency to.
Like, what? You spent 4 years going to Tillman University to do that? Like, you a fool, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, fast forward 10 years, it's people that's looking at our lifestyle and what y'all doing with y'all platform, me with mine. It's like, yo, dang. Like, how can I get into it? And it's like, yo, I ain't gonna say you too late, but it's like, this is, 9-10 years worth of, trying to figure this thing out, bro. Like, it's a lot of handshakes, hugs, and bro, all right, bro, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. It's like, yo, that's 10 years. And in 3 minutes and 28 seconds, you want me to give everything that I work for up to you to put your song on. I don't know what your song is. I don't know what you about to say in this joint. Right. I don't know who you dissing.
You knew you was gonna pull this trick that you're pulling on me now. Weeks ago, you didn't even preempt me to this trick that you're pulling on me, because your whole goal is to put me on the spot, because you don't want to give me an opportunity to screen your record and say this is bullshit. Like, you're basically stripping all my choice away in this whole interaction.
And then when I take a stand for myself, now you're going to flip it on
Now you
me.
the problem.
Now I'm the problem because I stood up for myself.
He said, I don't know who you dissing in the record. You imagine cutting the record on a nigga and somebody Boogie don't play the record, I'm a slap.
These bitch ass DJs. Like I won't shoot their car up on the E-way.
Or the E-way. Bumping E-way. It's the dream. Yo,
that's funny as shit.
I'm trying to tell you, man. The stuff that I be witnessing, and it's like, yo, it's like I really don't be talking, man. I really always try to keep a politically correct image and try to stay cool. But it's like being up here with y'all. It's like, yo, it's
tough because we're ridiculous.
And the thing is, though,
I love it.
Me and Boog was like this in the club. Like, we had a very Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg relationship on the events that we worked. Like, because like I knew his schedule. He knew that I was coming at the club at a certain time. I would preempt him to certain shit, like, and vice versa. Like, if it was a night where he knew I was coming, we would like tell each other beforehand, like, what you walking into.
Right.
It's light. It's packed. This what they on. This da. And we've had nights where it started off bad and it ended up lit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've experienced fucking everything. So me knowing him as well as I do from a corporate standpoint, from a man-to-man, brother-to-brother standpoint, I'm surprised he's still doing this shit. But the thing is, he's so much better than the Fray that it's almost like if he don't, who the fuck does? Who's going to keep the candle lit if Boog say, I'm just Hennessy Moet Boog and I'm done with this nightlife shit? Like, man, it takes an exponential hit.
Man. Let me ask you this. Do you ever see a point where you feel like you'd be done with it?
Nah, because it's something that I actually love. Okay. You know what I'm saying? This is like something that I get to do, not something I have to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get to do this every day, but it's like I want to bring folks in, right? And you know what I mean? I want to wrap my arms around other DJs more than what I've already done. But it's like, I can't tell you how many DJs I help get downtown. You know what I mean? They in the hood bars, they in the spots that they don't necessarily want to be in.
Yeah.
I don't need no more enemies. You want to come downtown and get money? All right, cool. Yo, put such. You know what I'm saying? But how soon people can forget that when they start getting their first name in the lights. You know what I'm saying? Right. When they get their first 100 foot, you know what I mean, logo behind their head, and it's just like, you forget that you was that dude that was asking me before, yo, how can I do this? Or like, yo, I like people taking the idea of like opening up, right? Or opening sets. It's like, yo, Philly is so convoluted that we not really like being as hard asses as we really is. Like, you go to Vegas and Miami, it's your picture is this big and the opening DJ picture is this big. You know what I'm saying? They don't even say music by, they say supported by. You know what I mean? It's like, yo,
we Philly, don't know what you doing. You could be doing cleanup. You could be bar backing.
Like, be juggling.
It's like, but you get in Philly and it's like, no, the headliner is Boog, but I want my picture as big as his. I want my logo as big as it. And it's like, yo, like, why are we getting away from the hierarchy that still exists?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, not saying that I'm that much better than nobody, but it's like, yo, if I'm better than you and you understand I'm better than you, and it's like, yo, you see what I'm saying? Like, if I said this before,
you know what,
like,
Joan, I've gotten a lot recently, and like I say the last 2 months, I've gotten a lot, like, people come up to me and like see me and whatever's going on. You know what I'm saying? I was at the poker room the other day. Motherfucker saw like my stack, was like, man, I'm gonna get me a podcast. And I'm like, I had aces. I was like, what?
I'm a skilled card player.
I had aces, he had kings. We got it all in pre-flop. I'm like, what? But it's like you get that shit where it's like people will just see the success at the end, man. And they'll basically think, oh shit, this is what I got. Okay, that's Watch this.
Like think
it's
about
like
it,
that
dude.
shit.
When I started, we was pulling up on cookouts and stuff, right? And it was something I was joking with not too long ago. Like my first time actually making over $100 was DJing my man Rod Green cookout in Southwest. He paid me $235 a DJ. I was out there for 7 hours. And it was like, I remember like, yo, I loaded up everything I could. You know what I'm saying? Carried everything I could. Even like my first club gigs, like when I did mix and remix, I'm like, yo, y'all paid me $50. Ricochet didn't want me DJing on his equipment. It was like, yo, you got to bring your own. You want to get down, you get down. It's like nowadays, like I'm giving y'all a layup. Yeah. Y'all get that. It's like, yo, I sent a text. Yo, anybody free to open up for me at Nodo? It's like, yo, it don't get no bigger than that in the city. You see what I'm saying?
It.
Like,
that's
like,
the pinnacle.
Yo, ain't nobody, and I'm trying to.
It's Nodo and Roar. It don't get no bigger than.
I'm gonna just actually say it. Like, think about like when Boo, Dells, Marty, and Active and all of them. It wasn't none of them like, yo, Boog, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? My first major party, everybody knew I was the DJ that broke racks on racks. They knew that was like, yo, that's my thing. And who I'm standing next to? Boo in the middle of the club.
What Boo?
DJ Boo.
Boo really DJ?
He did.
He did for like 3 songs. But anyway, it was like
back there at where you get your equipment from?
Funko
Yeah.
But it would be like,
shout out Boo. I ain't know
Boo was an excellent DJ.
Yeah,
he was Meek tour DJ. He was Meek's first tour DJ.
Oh wow.
For a little bit
before he got fired. For keep coming home every day to go pick up club money.
Meek get what was it? I was in the middle. What was the segue? It was one of them shows. Meek like, real nigga, what up? If you ain't about that murder gang, that pussy dog, shut up. And Boo just didn't hit no fire, no bomb, no drop,
no pyro.
He just turned around like, yo, you want to help me out, my nigga? Yo, if you ever seen
you know
Boo,
what's crazy is when that song, you know, Dream Nightmares intro,
Yeah.
when that shit come in, when he say, real nigga, what up? Real nigga, what up? If you ain't about that murder game, pussy nigga, shut up. I don't care where I'm at. I'll be like, what? That's the ass in the back.
Right? But it's
That's
like,
funny as shit.
Think about being in front of a bunch of people, right? And it's just like, yo, you got no support. You know what I mean? You got no whatever.
Out there on an
like,
island.
That's like, yo, that's what I'm saying about DJing, man. Like, even I'm so name dropping. My man GP used to love being in these parties that Chad and them would put together, like these celebrity influence events, right? And it's like, yo, you got CMG in the building and you dropping Preach.
Yeah.
Like,
you gotta be aware of your
it's
surroundings.
more than just playing records, man. It's being knowledgeable of the culture, being knowledgeable about what's going on. That's like right now dropping a NBA YoungBoy record in the middle of Chicago. Right. It's like, why would you do that?
You gonna fuck around and get your party shot up. You playing a lot of games.
Although Nevada is a jam. I know that.
I know that. That's a jam. Get that. Right. But it's like the point that I'm making is that everybody want to be the man, right? Everybody want to be the man and don't really understand like what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like this right here, TRPE, this is oven made ish. You know what I'm saying? This ain't microwave shit.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
You see what I'm saying? This is not 30 seconds and we ready to go. This took 190 X amount of episodes for us to figure out like this is how we doing it. This is why we at the place that we at. It's like I get so tired of people just being. I feel like I'm ranting right now, but it's like,
do you think this is about you today, babe?
Cook, baby. I'm checking scores.
My bad, man. Because it'd be like, yo, I really don't be talking about it, but it'd be like, yo, I get tired of people.
Yeah,
trying
it's
to make
weird.
forward.
You aren't like a crazy talker.
I'm gonna just show you.
That's
you know
why me and him was so like, because like we would have our own personal conversations about all the bullshit in the industry.
He would
like,
say it though. I would just kind of be like, yo.
Yeah, it was like, but I would know that who support I got because like we've already had the conversations. Like it's a lot of full of shit people. Like you're never gonna meet more characters in any industry than you are in nightlife. Yeah. And when I say characters, I mean one of a like these niggas don't exist in no other industry other than nightlife. Mm-hmm. Like them, like Russell Reyes and Jelly Roll, janky promoters, like them niggas are real human beings in every single market you go. You got motherfuckers that do business the right way. People like me when I was in the industry. People like Headliner Mike. Right. People like DJ Golden Boy. Yeah. Shout out Javi, shit like that. Then you got motherfuckers that do shit the wrong way in every market. Yeah. Like, and just don't handle business. Niggas that try to cut corners. Too, like, and think you tripping for saying something. Like they really like just like I fuck niggas over all the time. What's the problem? What the problem is?
Everybody else lets me just take 20% for without paying it back. Like, why do I got to give you money? Like, bro, I want you to DJ 6-7 hours, bring equipment, and then Matt, they'll be like, yo, you don't got a table? You be like, I gotta bring a table, a mixer, two subs.
Ra has told this story a bunch of times, but when he like decided the day he was like, I'm done DJing, he was DJing a party and he asked for water and they wouldn't bring him no water. And he was like, what? And they was like, yeah, you gotta like pay for water. And he was like, I will play verbal intercourse. It ruined this fucking party. Are y'all serious right now? And he was like, middle of the set, he's like, I was done. Like I packed up my shit and straight bounced. Like, yeah, I'm cool. And he's like, I don't regret it at all. Like, my life is so much better.
It's so much like just non-courtesy that exists in the industry. Even when you putting numbers on the board, even when you have a track record of doing hit shit, it's still no courtesy. I remember doing parties, and I'm not gonna say where because it's gonna give away who did the shit. I was doing a party somewhere. I had Emily. I was like one of the first people in the city. Me, Reddy. Was one of like the first people in the city.
Who the hell is Emily?
Emily B, Fab's wife.
Oh, okay.
We was the first ones in the city. We set that trend, by the way, booking the video girls and all of that shit, and the wives and girlfriends and Love and Hip Hop girls and all that shit. We set that trend, me and Reddy Rock, when we was doing parties. And she had like simple shit on her rider. I need a bottle of Hennessy and a bottle of Moet Rosé. And I remember the promoters / club owners or whatever, they had a minority stake in the club. And these motherfuckers was like, oh, man, we don't know if we could do the rosé. Like, this shit is $67 in the store. I done paid this girl. I done brought her here. Like, all this shit. This shit is packed to the gills. 2 floors. I don't know if we could do the rosé. See if she'd take regular Moet, like the black bottle, the black label John. And it's just like, bro, the difference between these two is so infinitesimal, but you're willing to...
Ooh, give yourself some round of applause.
It's such an infinitesimal amount of money, such a minute amount of money, but you're willing to fight me on it because you don't want to comp my talent, Moet Rosé, and then I tell another promoter, and then they want their talent.
Right.
So you just trying to prevent this $17 upswing
Yeah.
for however long down the line, and you willing to fight me on it and ruin the party. So they take this fucking black label Moet out to Emily, and they literally was like, "What the fuck is this?
Not what I asked
this is
for.
not what I asked for." I had a and they ended up having to give it to her anyway.
Yeah.
So I say that to say this:
Cutting corners is
cutting
for what?
corners for what?
For what?
So that you can feel in your mind like you won some negotiation with me.
Did some Winthorpe
because
shit.
I did a better party than you in your building. So you want to have like this mental manipulation where you feel like, well, that nigga did 450 people here, but he ain't get that rosé though.
Let me ask y'all this question. Why do people feel like they gotta swing it to make it like an issue on your behalf just because you demand the respect that you work for? You know what I mean? Like, and to say that is like this, right? Like, I remember traveling, and I remember coming back to the city, and I went in to support it, a soul food restaurant, and I just remember making a simple ask, like, can I get some more mac and cheese? And it was so much like,
Moving it high.
it's like, damn, sis, I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay for it. I ain't asked you about nothing. Like, I'm here supporting you.
Yeah.
I asked for a double scoop instead of the single, and you giving me like I just asked for your fast food. Like, I asked
listen,
like your refund check.
I'll
like,
tell you a
where's your
restaurant I went
easy
to,
at?
and I was like, yeah, they had salmon. It's funny he brings up, but I was like, you got salmon, right? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, I want double salmon. So she was like, so you want 2 pieces of salmon? I'm like, that's double.
Instead of one, 2.
Double it up.
Take that one salmon and double it. However many comes out on the other side of that, however y'all do it here, that's how many salmons
the salmon platter was, I think, $14.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'll pay for I want 2 pieces of salmon. She's like, I mean, we don't really do that. And I'm like, you don't sell 2 salmons at a time? And she was like, okay, because it feel like you being smart. And I'm like, someone has to, because this is dumb. And she was like, no, I'm saying like our platters, everything is already like, whatever. She was saying like I don't know, some shit. And I'm like, all right, all of that is cool. I just want 2 pieces of salmon.
Take one of the salmons out of the other salmon platter and give it to me.
So she was like, you just want 2 platters? I'm like, no, I don't, because I'm going back to work and I don't want.
Yeah, I want the same amount of sides. 2 salmons.
I just want macaroni and cheese and string beans and 2 pieces of salmon. She's like, I mean, I'm going to have to charge you $14 twice. I'm like, I'll give you $30, which is a $2 tip after the 28. But I just want. It was like this whole back and forth shit.
Back and forth, bro.
And the lady came in. She heard like the tail end of it. She was like, "What the fuck? Did you just ask for 2 pieces of salmon?" I'm like, "Yes, 2 pieces of salmon, mac and cheese, and string beans. That's exactly what I said." And the girl did it. And she came back. She was like, "All right, so you know it's gonna be $28." And I literally pulled out $35, like a 20, a 10, and a 5, and I gave it to her. I was like, "You can keep it." She was like, so like the 7 is a 10. I'm like, give me the 7 back.
Give
like,
me all 35 back.
I'm like,
Just,
what the
you
fuck?
know,
Cancel the 2
cancel
salmons.
this order, man. And
Motherfuckers will just overcomplicate things. And that's just life. That's just how people are. It has nothing to do with your industry. It has nothing to do with what you're doing. People are just prone to overcomplicating. Yep. How many times have you given somebody A, B, C, D instructions and they just fuck them up?
Yeah, you got to give motherfucker A and then come back to me, and then B and then come back to me.
That whole writer situation, you would just think, yo, packed up 2 bottles, bet.
Yeah, I already did the heavy lifting. I paid the talent. I paid the talent, paid the ground transportation, got her here, walked her in a crowded fucking party, up the back side door, and it's my birthday party, keep in mind.
Yeah.
I done did everything. All y'all got to do on the club angle is deliver these 2 fucking bottles.
Oh.
But then it's like you coming from, we already talked about this earlier, it's like we coming from a city that hasn't fully embraced the fact that we can both get money together.
Yes.
Yeah. We can both do this together. It don't gotta be me.
It's always
you.
a tug of war.
It's like, yo, like I get tired of people saying like Boogie is Hollywood now. Boogie is this, Boogie is that. But it's like, bro, I land in another city, it's a truck waiting. I go to say I'm coming to the club. They make sure that my set time is my set time. Whatever I ask for, my rider is there. You know what I'm saying? I come back in Philly and it's like, I don't know, go figure it out. Why I gotta figure it out, bro? I'm not at that stage no more. You see what I'm saying? Like, when you come to the city, like you said, yo, talent is coming to the city. Yo, this is what they asked for. This is what we gonna provide for them to have a good time. We paying them to be here. Bro, you paying me to be somewhere. If I ask you to just make sure I could get through this crowded club comfortably, why is it like everywhere else I go, they make sure? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like sometimes you come home and it's like, yo.
I think that what you just said, that we're from a place that is like prone to not understanding you can do this while I do this. Mm-hmm. I don't even think that's necessarily in like our business. Mm-hmm. I think that's just the way people's mind. It's just the I don't even want to say culture, because I don't even think it's just a black thing. Mm-hmm. I think that's just a humanistic like neuron.
It's the northeast quadrant of the country. There's a rat race mentality.
There's definitely a rat race mentality. I'm more so just saying, like, even with the weight loss shit, I experienced it with that. Where, you know what motherfuckers would say to me? Yeah, you killing so and so, and it'd be like, I didn't know we was competing. It's like that. Everything is a race to the end when it doesn't need to be. It's like, you know, you can experience life and just go through it, and you can have your victories, you can have your L's, but at the same time, you could have a victory, I could have a victory, you could have a victory. You just
and then we could come together and have a victory together.
Bruh, you landed your joint last night. You see that? You know what I did last night? I took the Nuggets money line. Smashed them. We can both win on the same day. It's just what it is. It's like, you don't have to necessarily, oh, he winning today, fuck that nigga.
Why does somebody have to lose in order for you to feel like you won?
It's just the way it go.
You know what I mean? That's what my goal is where I'm kind of like, I guess, like at in my career is like showing people like, yo, you don't gotta lose to feel like, you know what I mean? Or like I don't have to take a L for you to feel like you won in the situation.
A lot of people, what I find in doing business in Philly in general, a lot of people don't understand the concept of business. Business has to be mutually beneficial. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean 50-50. It just means that both parties have to get something out of the deal. Or we're not doing business. Right. Like you extorting me, or you trying to rape me, or you trying to tell me what to do. And a lot of people just don't see like the benefit of I'm going to give a little to get a little. Mm-hmm. Like they don't understand that it's like, yo, if I give a little now, or if I bend on this, it'll come back to me in another negotiation or another form later on down the line. Like when I was doing parties, I was the fairest motherfucker out there. Like I was like damn near like Robin Hood to a certain extent, because I would have events that like on paper they work, or it's like the visual it works, but the money don't be there.
Right.
And it's like if I pulled in my homies, and if it was Kabir's birthday or this person or whatever, I would give up my share of the money to them, because they like, are you sure? I'm 1,000,000% sure, because this your birthday. This is your certain time of the year. You don't get another one of these as a promoter. I'm going to do 100 more of these, because I'm doing 2, 3, 4 parties a week because I'm a workhorse. I'm going to have 120 more of these this year. It don't even matter.
Right.
I'm going to be okay. And every single time I would make that up. So the system that I devised as a promoter was an 80-20 system. As long as I hit on 80% of the events, the 20% of the losses that I take don't matter. And motherfuckers don't know how to look at that don't know how to view stuff from the long run or the bigger picture. Everything is on a micro, like I got to win every negotiation. I got to come out on top of every situation or I'm losing. And it's like, nah, sometimes when you win, you lose. And sometimes when you lose, you actually win. And motherfuckers don't be understanding that shit.
Who said that? Gloria on White Men Can't Jump.
That's real shit.
Yeah, it's a gym.
That's a gym.
Nah, see, now movies, I know all the movies. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's some real shit, because at the end of the day, like you may in the moment you may feel like you losing, but it's like if I'm a promoter and I identify a young DJ Aye Boogie and he ends up becoming a fucking star later on down the line, and then I'm still promoting, and then he link up with the niggas that's doing Cancun weekend, and he pulls me in as a promoter, I won.
Am I weird for, like, I know this might sound wild. Am I weird for saying that I don't ever feel like I'm losing? Is that
It's not weird, but it's not common.
Okay.
It's a positive outlook. It's an infinitely positive outlook that not a lot of people share. It's not common.
So for me, when I have a loss, like when I lose, like the day I broke my hand, I tripped and went down the steps, broke my hand. I instantly felt the pain, and as
bitches ain't shit.
As I got up, I was like, I'm gonna be out of work for the next 5 months. Like I'm that.
Sometimes when you lose, you win.
And that was workers' comp. So I had to use those.
You won twice.
So I won one. So it's like I'm that boy where it's like even when I might have a loss or something that go wrong or something that doesn't happen the right way, it kind of is like, oh well, this is gonna happen. Like
that's a mindset thing. That's a mindset.
Like I hit the pothole on
Every pothole I hit was an L.
Oh, yeah. Listen,
how you about to shape this one?
No, I'm about to tell you, I hit the pothole right in front of where I used to live, down on Penrose and Patterson. I used to live in the Enclaves, where the Sunoco is. At Penrose and Patterson.
I slept in that gas station before, by the way.
Down bad.
Down bad.
Down bad with Chet.
Fried, coming from Whisper.
Okay, one of those nights.
One of them nights, yeah.
But I hit the pothole and blew my fucking tire, and I felt it as I hit it. I'm like, God damn! And you know how you can go up on to go to Jersey?
Yeah.
I got right past that where the little car lot shit used to be, and I pulled over and I looked at it and I'm like, God damn! I just blew the fucking tire. And I called the roadside, whatever. They was like, oh, it's gonna be probably about an hour if we get to you. I'm like, all right, cool. And I looked and like Penrose Diner was right there. I'm like, damn, man, no pancakes in a minute. I'm that boy where it's just like shit go left. It's like whatever. We gonna make lemonade out of this shit. Because it's no point in being sad or dwelling. And I used to be that boy where it's like kind of sitting with shit. And I don't know where it changed, where it's like, shit don't go right today, man, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Happiness is definitely, it's a state of mind.
Happiness is a choice.
It's a choice.
I said it the other day on my story, and I was kind of said the picture, because it was just me. You know what I'm saying? Pictures with my girl get thousands of likes. The joint with me, I didn't do the right numbers.
Didn't do well.
Yeah, no. I thought about dropping 3 minutes.
Like that, man.
Yeah. But I said it on there because I was at the Chinese exhibit at the joint, and they had Fat Buddha there, and one of his like big quotes was, "Happiness is a journey, not a destination." And it's just, huh? No, General Tso was not there. No. But that's the truth. Happiness is a journey, not a destination. Yeah. But a lot of people don't understand that. They think happiness is a thing.
Yeah.
a possession.
Right.
So if they don't have that, then it's like, oh, I'm not happy. So if they see you having these wins and having these victories, it's like, fuck, he's so happy for.
Yeah, and you'll see people that should be happy, all things considered, and they'll convince themselves that they not happy.
Right.
They'll make themselves miserable.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I've seen, and I've said that before, man. It's like, you know, being married in 2022, it's not an easy, situation. And one of the realest things that I don't think people realize is like, your timeline is what you're feeding, into your spirit daily. And it's times where I've like said like, yo, it's very possible for you to be in a great mood. And, just scroll your timeline for 5 minutes and look at all the stuff that you got going on. You be done looked at your partner like, you lying son of a...
Dog, I told you.
I did nothing wrong.
I had to completely change my social medias just because, like, I was seeing way too much nonsense.
Yeah.
Like, just dumb shit. Like, not even, like, news. Like, how shit be on it, like, somebody did something and that shit is breaking news. I mean, like, nigga nonsense where it's like who got burnt and who all this crazy ass shit and it's just you have to disconnect from that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get you a family man getting his paper t-shirt.
All right. I'm gonna rock it. I'm gonna rock that.
Sure.
Family man getting his paper. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. You know what I'm saying? But to kind of like give my personal experience with seeing the bigger picture is that's how I actually ended up on tour. Was, getting a phone call and being out of town, you know what I'm saying, with my family in Miami. And, when the call came, it was like, we got to switch everything around.
Yeah.
And
gotta go now.
We got to go now. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't an issue, but it was like, feeling like, you are who you are and you stand on what you stand on. And I'm a DJ Boogie in the market, yada, yada, yada. And like anybody that knows like artists and rappers, like they are late. Extremely. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when I got to the habitually, I was at rehearsal for Made in America probably at like 1 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Artists probably didn't get there. I don't think Morray got there till like 3:45, 4 o'clock. So I'm sitting there for all of 4 hours listening to the same Street Sermons album. But the bigger picture is that I'm sacrificing my time right now. And although I feel like, somebody is 4 hours late, it's like at the end of this, there's a very big festival that I'm going to get a chance to be a part of. You see what I'm saying? There's a very big chance that I'm going to be on the off-season tour if this goes the way that it's supposed to go. So what's the 4 hours that I feel like I'm taking a loss right now?
Right.
In the grand scheme of things. You see what I'm saying? I was able to travel the world via ground and tour bus because I sat my ass down for 4 hours and was patient enough to wait for this artist to come. Now, insert person that feels like they ain't gotta wait, or I am who I am. Why do I gotta wait for him?
Right.
It's like, yo, if you could take yourself out of the situation for a split second and see the bigger picture, how much better will you be as an individual?
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Somebody, I think it was maybe like a retired athlete or whatever, was talking about time, the concept of time, and was basically saying like, I was trying to get into like a Wendy's franchise or whatever, and they wanted you to go to Wendy's school or whatever for like 9 months, and he was like, I just couldn't fathom it. Like, it's just like, I'm making too much money now doing what I'm doing. Like, I can't take 9 months off from that in order to invest time into doing this. And he's like, the older I got, I realized, like, fuck, I could have sent my wife, I could have sent my sister, I could have sent my mom, whatever. It's like, I could have literally sent myself, because that 9 months is something that could produce money for 9,000 months. Yeah. Yeah. And the fact that, like, I just didn't want to do it, it could have took 9 years to fucking complete this shit, and it still would have paid off and been worth it. But being young and successful, that shit is so fleeting that you just feel like everything got to come instantly, as opposed to you still got to earn some shit and work for it. Yeah. And people just have a disconnect between, like, the concept of time, success, work, whether it be working smart or working hard. Like, some people just want to skip the whole process and just get to the success.
Yeah, the whole jump.
Yeah, just the whole... Fuck everything you just said, Chad. Where's the success at, nigga? And it's like, life don't work that way. Life gonna give you stuff when you deserve it. It's gonna give you stuff when you really can handle it. Sometimes it's gonna give you stuff when you can't handle it. And it's like, you gotta adjust on the fly. You gotta call to go fucking do Made in America when you already had your life set up.
I was already in the middle of something, you know what I mean?
But it's like, you can't pass up that opportunity, because that opportunity led to a bigger opportunity. Right. And
it's more to come after that.
It's more to come after that.
It's even like, even if you take it a step further, you know what I'm saying? Like being being in a situation where, like, you know, like back in the day, you felt like you was the low man on the totem pole DJing, right? It's like, dang, I got to go up against this dude, that dude. Like, I ain't got nothing really, you know what I mean, to my name that they going, like, that anybody really want to hear. And, you know, you works all these years to overcome that. You smashing these parties, this festival, that concert, this event, that event. And then you get to the point where it's like, dang, I worked all this time. Ever since I started, I said I was going to be on tour. And it's like, all right, now I'm back on tour. And it's like, you the support in that. You're not the headliner. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not the person that people came to see.
Yeah.
So it's like to Matt's point, it's like, yo, I could sit here and choose to be, you know, a diva about the situation. And it's like, oh, man, my dressing room ain't as big as his. Or my this ain't as that. Or is my that. But it's like, bro, I got a seat on the bus. And every single arena that I walk into, they laying the red carpet out for me. You see what I'm saying? What do I really got to be mad about? What do I got to be angry about, bro? Like,
and it's money every night.
You know what I'm saying? It's money every night. It's opportunity to build every night. Like every city that I went to, I was outside, bro. I ain't care if it was me walking around the corner in Boston to go get coffee or hot chocolate from wherever the downtown spot is.
I hope
like,
to be as humble as you when we on tour, man. That's.
I mean,
it's admirable.
It's just.
We was watching Notorious the other night. Remember when he threw the loafer at Puff? I'm like, that's what we be with you.
I said 13.
I wear a 15. Pussy.
Nah, man. It come with just years of just, I don't know, bro. Like, that's just me. That's my vibe, bro. I ain't really trying to go back and forth with nobody and be chill. I just, like Chad said, I want to keep shit lit for the city, and I just want folks to win. You know what I mean? Like, and if anybody could take anything away from my story, it's like, yo, you know, do the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't expect all the accolades without the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been working on my testimony for years now. You know what I'm saying? We was up there in it with brushes and 30-degree weather trying to get cars together for people that had insurance hits. Yeah. That's mad that we gotta put them in a minivan because we ain't got no compact cars. You know what I'm saying? Like this is where we come from, humble.
Yeah, this is the payoff.
You know, so it's like you can't look at somebody like 15 seconds of fame on you know what I mean, on their story and keep saying why them and not me.
Also, too, though, I feel like you said earlier, you definitely gotta like every now and then poke your chest out a little bit. You know, let it be known. Like, you know, I keep it a buck. When we did the Roots picnic, the first, I was like, we are some dickheads. We about to get cooked.
What we talking about? We don't know.
We don't know. This is about to go bad. And then you get there, and it was like, oh shit, it was actually
you get 200-300
lit.
people there, and they all fucking standing, clapping, and you like, damn, we got something.
Yeah,
bro, I was there. I seen it. It was for y'all had all different races sitting Indian style under a tent. Sitting Indian style for hours under a tent, just listening. Like,
it was a wild joint. It's like, you know, shit like that where it's just like, oh, damn, like, all right, we are kind of all right with this. We kind of understand what we're doing a little bit. And then once we, like I said, put the work in, now it's like, you know, like, I ain't going to hold you. Like, I like walking around with this shit on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I to the point where it's branding. You know, like, literally, the other day, I was at the Grizzlies game. You know how many motherfuckers asked me, what the TRP stand? What the TRP stand? What the TRP? It's my podcast. Oh, you got a podcast? Oh, yeah. Damn, you must be somebody. You sitting out there, but like, you know. Yeah. But it's just, I like that shit because it's branding. You know, it's selling yourself, you know what I mean?
Nah, the only people better than Brandon and y'all is Herbalife. Like, they don't take that pin off.
Funeral, wedding,
ball shorts.
Yeah,
that's me out. That's the only people that got Brandon.
I seen one of the Herbalife niggas. He was at like a party. He had a tuxedo on. And he had the pin on, and then he took it off, and he had the pin on the vest. I was like, that nigga had 2 pins.
Double pinned up.
Just in case it get hot in here.
Fuck him up with this one right here.
Need to let him know.
These is my workout everyday pins. I wear these pins with my
These are special event pins.
I got gold pins, but I really need to put the black tie affair on.
Pull the rollie out, you know what I'm saying? Got the gold joint.
But he had a pin on the blazer, took the blazer off, he had a pin on the vest. So I was like, just in case it get warm in here. I can't have a thing that can't come ask me. Like, that's some funny ass.
On his good pins, they got sentences.
Yeah.
Want to lose weight? Ask me how.
It was funny because the nigga I used to work with did the Herbalife shit. This is before I started losing weight at all. I was still 500 pounds. He left his pin in the depot, and I used to wear it to be funny. Like, out on the street. Like, I'm 500 pounds.
Ask me how.
Good times, man.
Yo, y'all some fools, man.
Let me ask you this. Well, you can go ahead, man.
I was going to say, like, what's the future for Aye Boogie?
Wait, that sounds like a wrap-up question.
No.
Well, we got
My bad.
All right. My question before yours.
Okay, you go.
What's your best tour experience with the tour that you
All
was
right, that's
just
a good
on?
one.
My best tour experience, man, was between, I would say, Phoenix and probably Detroit. You know, Phoenix, Philly, and Detroit was my best experience because, you know, coming from a city where it's like we were saying earlier, right? Like if you could make people in Philadelphia celebrate and enjoy themselves, bro,
Celebrate and enjoy anything.
you are one of hell of a magician.
Yeah, Philly
Not
people
even a
hate
DJ.
everything and everybody.
Did you see the viral tweet that was going around? Like people walk into the club and y'all looking like, what the hell are you doing here? Like, what, you know?
Go ahead. My bad. But yes, I saw that tweet.
But no, what I'm saying is like, yo, I remember being on tour and you know, we talking about like the TD Garden, you know what I'm saying? Like Footprint Arena in Phoenix where the Suns play. Mm-hmm. And it's like everything from the experience to like walking the halls, like I'm like, damn, if a camera is here, this feel like leagues fit. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at like, you know, Chris Paul and Devin Booker parking spots. Like, damn, this is where they park at. Then I'm walking into the arena and like Cole is a dope artist, man. Cole will really make you feel like, you know, you a part of the situation. Like, so it's like I'm just in the arena just looking like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, from a dude, you know what I'm saying, from Philadelphia that started this thing just because it was like, you know what I mean, out of necessity for a clothing brand. It's like, yo, look at what hard work and dedication to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you in front of an audience of 15,000+ people that are really responding to what you got going on. You know what I mean? It's like it's.
Was that your first time doing a big arena like that?
Yeah, like okay. I've done Fillmore, I've done the Man Center, but like not an arena. Right. You know what I mean? Not where you know, like I said, Chris Paul and you know Devin Booker play. Like not that. Like not Jason Tatum and you on the elevator with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and you just like, yo, this is life. Like this, you know what I'm saying? So I just remember just little things like just hitting a bomb, boom, everybody go crazy. And you're like, damn. In Philly, I gotta let you in free, give you a bottle, and comp all your girlfriends to get a smile. And over here, I just hit a bomb and say, "Yo, what the fuck is that?" And people are going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or just like people just giving you those subtle reminders to let you know, like everybody ain't as stonewall and hard ass as the people that you grew up with. You know what I mean? Like people actually say how you doing and really mean it when they see you outside of Philly sometimes. You know what I mean? So
I told him the other day that shit blew my mind away. I told him I was in Memphis. Memphis was like, "Hey, how you been, buddy?" I'm like, "I don't know you."
Yeah.
He was like, "It doesn't matter. How you been?"
Exactly.
How you been anyway, nigga?
Yeah, how you been anyway?
That to me was like one of the most humbling, like it, cause it helps me understand, like, yo, we ain't gotta be these hard asses. Like we could turn our gangster down sometime. Like, you know, it's okay to say, "How you doing, bro?" And just, you know what I mean? Genuinely just mean it. It's okay for people to open their mouths and enjoy themselves at a show. You know what I'm saying? Like people come to, like y'all gonna see it. People that come to tour and it's like you gonna sit there with your hands folded, your arms crossed, like you don't even want to be here.
Watching whole shows, embarrassed to pull my camera out.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Like you sold out seats to hear Matt and Chad speak. Like, but y'all don't want to engage,
bruh. Remember this live, like literally we got to the point now when we do live shows, we almost like don't even do the crowd participation.
But they don't participate.
Literally.
They just want to hear you.
Any questions?
Crickets.
Yeah.
But motherfuckers will talk through the whole show.
Yeah. Right. Corey.
That was humbling for me, man. And it was just like it definitely like on the up and up, that was the humbling experience. On the grounds side, you know, it wouldn't be tour without a tour bus going down. I lost some very important things on that tour bus that I'm still fighting to get back.
Damn.
I'm talking about 2 pair of off-whites that Virgil going. You can't get those back. A Go Yard book bag. You said
with the bus going down.
We got on that. We weren't supposed to. So Cole's production was so intense that it was causing the shows to run 2 hours behind, right? You got Savage production in front of Cole's production. Okay. And then you got Morray and Boogie. right. Y'all don't get production. You want lights, pyro, Cairo, y'all the openers. Y'all don't get all that. Right. But you do get a chance to be in front of all these people though. Right. So it's like, hey, fuck it. You know what I mean? We'll take it. You know what I'm saying? But the production was running so behind that, you know, he had to cancel 2 shows, Detroit and Philly, to catch up. So imagine being the only Philly dude on tour that can't wait. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to get the tour. I'm like, oh, God, we going to Philly. It's going to be everybody. The chicks is going to be like, Boogie, you on stage. My wife going to be there. Everything is going to be lit. And then I just see these dreadlocks just swing like, yeah, so, you know, we going to cancel the next 2 shows, Philly and Detroit. Heart just dropped. I'm like, damn. But I already made all these promises to come to Philly. So I got to get this whole tour bus to stop in Philly. So we stop in Philly. We do dinner, that. We wake up the next morning. We get literally not even a half a mile on the Ben Franklin Bridge. Tour bus go down. I'm like, why, bro? Why we stopping to sightsee water? Like, we ain't trying. I ain't never stopped on this bridge before. Like, what we doing? Tour bus breakdown. And this is where I knew, like, if you got the financial capital, anything is possible in life. Tour bus breaks down, but we got to make it to Boston. They black trucked us from Camden to Newark, flight from Newark to Boston, a sprinter from Boston to the TD Garden. I did the show in front of 15,000, maybe 20,000 people in Jordan ball shorts and a hoodie and some off-whites. And it was just like, what are you going to do? In matte fashion, you going to be angry or you going to just be like, look,
make the most of it.
I'm going to make the most out of it, bro. I couldn't shower. And this is all like behind the scenes information. I couldn't shower. I couldn't do none of that. But it was just like, yo, this is what I work for. And these are the type of things that's going to happen. So that was like my gratifying moment, on tour was, being able to step into the arenas and just be like, damn. And then like, my hands on the ground, like, yo, what the hell did I get myself into?
So how did you lose the off-whites?
Because the tour bus went down, so it's like we left the tour bus.
Yeah, they like leave them. Take what you need.
Take what you need, and
I took.
So it was like, yo, we ain't got enough room. Like the thing is like you not the artist. You know what I'm saying? You support the artist. Yeah. So it's like you can't come with all your gizzies and gadgets. You got to pack a bag for what you think. You know what I mean? And my photographer got it worse because he didn't even know he was, about to go on tour still. He thought he was just getting B-roll, funny footage of a tour bus breaking down. They like, yo, get the tour bus, get the footage. He hopped in the van with some joggers and some Crocs on, and that was it. Next 2 shows was joggers and Crocs.
Oh, shit.
It was just like, yeah, we don't know when we getting back to the bus.
So y'all just never got back to the bus?
It just, we got a new bus somewhere along the way. And it was just like everything that was on that joint was just like, damn.
On eBay.
Lost in translation.
I don't, you know what I mean? And tour ended at the end of last year. It's March now. So I'm still trying to, y'all don't know. If y'all out there listening, I would love my
Please give Bug his personal effects back.
You know what I'm saying? Them off-whites is hard to come by, man. Those is, I ain't trying to spend that money no more.
How sure?
Ain't a 15.
Can't help.
I can't help.
No.
I wasn't offering to help.
No, I wasn't doing that at all. I was more so just saying you might be able to get some.
Oh, nah, we could get them. But it's just the price tag of what they want now.
I know they ain't what the fuck 15s cost. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They make them in them?
Some of them.
All right, cool.
But again, that's like the Serena 9.7s right now is like 32.
The Serena?
Yeah, the 9.7s.
Okay.
The off-white 9.7. The
gray
with the purple, yellow, whatever.
Okay.
Not just some random Serena Williams. Now.
I was like, is he being funny?
No, the Serena off-whites. The purple, yellow. Yeah,
I just had to make sure we was on the same
they
page.
like 32. I've seen them in the 15 Blazers, 15. Yeah. But like the original 10 for 10, somebody had a pair of the Jordans in a 15. He wanted 13 for them.
Yeah.
I'm just like, 13 grand is ridiculous.
I could have bought the fucking... the original Chicago ones for $12.50, and my homie, one of my best friends, told me not to buy them, and I hate this nigga to this day because of that.
Yeah. I wear mine faithfully.
But he had those in the 15. He wanted 13 grand for them.
I knew to buy him, and he was like, "No, that's too much. Don't do it. You could get them for cheaper. You get them for probably like $800-900."
Yeah.
And then I come to his house, and he has a pair sitting in
the
store.
10 for 10, the original 10 for 10. You can get your hands on any of them. I've seen like 4 of them in a 15. Like I've never seen the Vapor Waffle, not the Vapor Waffles. The what's the Prestos? I've never seen them. I've never seen I've seen the 90s. I've seen the off-white, the what's the ones with the bubbles on the bottom? The Nike with the bubbles.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know the technical name.
Vapor
but I know
Max.
What you're talking about.
Yeah, the Vapor.
I've seen the Vapor Max. Yeah, I've seen the Vapor Max in the 15. I think Jules got them. The Jordans I've seen, like it's seldom, but it's not like the way in a size 10 or 11.
I'm a 10.
I'm a 10. It's none of that.
All right, I got 2 questions that we're gonna get out of here because I know I told you an hour. I lied. And then
good.
I'm actually pissed.
Matt's gonna leave. Matt's is gonna leave. So I got 2 questions, then I'll let Matt ask the last question, which is, what do you see yourself in the future? So you wear a lot of hats: father, husband, radio DJ, marketer, brand ambassador, club DJ, tour DJ. Which one is your favorite one and why?
Family, man. Most importantly is family. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's like, you know, a lot of times like these glitz and glam and like, you know, the smoke and mirrors is fun. But, you know, when pandemic hit and there was no clubs to really be Aye Boogie in, or it was no, you know, no vibes for nobody to really like ride the coattails, or, you know what I'm saying? Like when Hennessy furloughed us at the time, it was like, it was nobody asking me about what sections and what's going on tonight and where we at and what we doing. You know what I mean? But family gonna be there. You know what I mean? Not saying often, because I know everybody got, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing absolute, but in my position, you know what I'm saying, is my family, and not just my, you know, immediate blood, but I'm saying like the family of people that I could call on, and you know, they in the same situations that I'm in. You know what I mean? I could bounce ideas off of them, and, you know, we could figure this thing out together. You know what I'm saying? So out of all the hats that I wear, what's most important to me is family, man. Is because at the end of the day, it's like, that's the people that's going to love you for Aaron. You know what I'm saying? When the Boogie and the Hennessy boy, or the boy that's on the radio, or the Travis Scott looking, whatever they want to call it, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? When all of that wear off, you want to rock with the people that's going.
It in a weird, like I like that, like the answer, like just because it's like it's cool to not be that. You know what I mean? Like my family doesn't look at me as Matt makes me sick. I'm just fucking Matt.
You just Matt, yeah.
My dad said he was at a party. He's like the younger people was like, I feel like you're Matt's dad, 'cause I've seen him post you or whatever. He was like, what? He was like, yeah, Matt makes me sick. He was like, yeah. He hit me. He's like, what are you doing on the internet? He was like, people coming up to me talking to me.
What are you doing on the internet?
That's crazy. I think my dad struggles with accepting, you know what I mean? He may not be the most lit dude, you know, out the family no more either. I don't know why.
You had a good run, Pop.
You had a good run. Let me get that, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
My final question. We touched on All-Star Weekend. You had a full slate of events All-Star Weekend. You was heavy All-Star Weekend, bull. How did that come about? And out of everything that you did, what was like the dopest event All-Star? Not necessarily the biggest, but just like you left like, damn, that was a good ass event.
It was All-Star was basically, it came out of like the Hennessy partnership, because Hennessy is, you know, partnered with the NBA, is the official spirit of the NBA. So, you know, one thing that we actually did in Philly was, you know, when a lot of the suites opened up, you know, when this, you know, pre-pandemic, when it was just like they wasn't selling no, you know, tickets to the games, it was just suites and club levels. I had a chance to talk with my, you know, the corporate liaison from the Sixers and the managing partner. And I was just explaining to him, I just had this crazy idea, and I just say, yo, like, the fact that, you know, we in a pandemic is not going to stop people's desire to want to still separate themselves from what everybody else got going on. So why don't we treat a suite like a VIP section? And they was kind of like, what? Like, what? You know what I mean? What's the idea of that? Or what we? And I'm just like, yo, let's take the bottles up there. You know what I mean? Let's invite all the people that would go to the club normally with us, but instead we ain't at the club. We at the video. We at the game. Right. And, you know, they kind of was like, yo, that, you know what I mean, picked up. And next thing you know, they start doing it regularly all over the country. You know what I'm saying? All the different markets was like, yo, we want a sweet night. We want a sweet night. So then, you know, once they seen the leverage we was gaining with, you know, just our individual markets, they like, yo, you know, you guys need to be involved with what we got going on All-Star Weekend. Like, we need to fly all y'all out from, you know, all y'all respective cities and come here, and we basically going to utilize your network, your market, and whatever you can bring to the table, we going to basically, you know, launch it. So my man Steph Floss, being from Cleveland, was like a layup. He just put together certain plays, different parties, this to that. And it was like, all right, Boog, I don't know what I got going on, but I'm going to take my book bag out there. I don't know when it's going to be needed, but, you know, I'm going to just be there. And, you know, he had hit me at this one club called Lost and was like, yo, if you got your bag with you, I need you right now. I'm like, all right, cool. And I set up, and I'm thinking I'm just, you know, covering for him to run to the back or something, and end up doing, you know, the duration of the party, and they like, yo, you didn't know, but Shaq is here, Machine Gun Kelly was here, Travis Kelce was here, whoever Machine Gun Kelly girlfriend is, I can't think of her. Megan Fox is here. She's smoking. Midwest Kids, like a bunch of dudes that work directly with, like, you know, the Kanye and all, like all of these dudes are here that you would have never had a chance to be in front of. I would have never had a chance to play in front of. And if I didn't just take that opportunity to just say, like, yo, I'm gonna keep my bag with me for the event that, you know, me just going out here, I don't know what opportunities is gonna come. And that was like one of the most like humbling experiences. And then, you know, after that, you know, funny story is we took the global CEO of Hennessy to a Little Dirk show.
Oh shit!
I don't even want to, like, it was a concert after party. We got you know, Laurent, the global CEO of Hennessy, with us, and the first thing Dirk says when he get on the mic is, "If y'all tired of a bitch ass nigga, scream fuck yeah." And I just look like,
should I scream fuck yeah or no? I'm with my boss.
I'm with my folks right now, so I don't know what you know what I mean. But after that, of course, that was a culture shock, and they was like, yo, you know, we want y'all to, you know, do another private event on the fly. And it was just like, yo, I'm not from Cleveland. I don't know nobody out here like that except the people I came with. But like, all right, we going to do an event tonight. I got a DJ again. Like, all right, cool. And I just hopped on it. We all collectively got in our Rolodex, and we did that party at Goma. I think we did that on Sunday night. It might have been Sunday night or Sunday during the day. And Dave Chappelle came. Bill Murray came. Tiffany Haddish, she ended up coming, and it was just like, yo, like these opportunities to be next to these people. Like, I've never shook Bill Murray hand before, but he wanted to hear "Ooh Baby, I Like It Raw," and it was like, you know what I'm saying, or Old Dirty Bastard and Khalees, and he's like, yo, I can't get the song out my head. Can you ask the DJ to play it? And it's like I drop it, and he walks up to me, and I'm just like, yo, Groundhog Day. Like, this is
a fucking hero.
Like,
a legend.
Like, bro,
Bill Murray's a fucking hero.
You see what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, like, so those, like, these career moments is like, if I could leave on that note, like, bro, if all you gotta do is take a step towards it, man. It's gonna take 2 steps towards you. You feel me? That's all it is.
Doubt.
Like, I ain't doing nothing too much out of the ordinary from what y'all could do. It's just y'all gotta get out your own way and do it. You feel me? But go ahead, Matt. I know you.
What was my question?
What's the future for DJ Boogie?
Yeah, what's the future for?
So the future for me, man, is like I'm working on more, you know, more sponsorships, more events, you know, more
TRPE Hennessy.
Yeah, TRPE.
Yeah, that's coming. It's coming, man. It's coming. You know what I'm saying?
Like tomorrow?
Like tomorrow? Nah, I can't do it tomorrow. These things take time. Like when y'all walk in, y'all gotta feel appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all gotta feel.
If it came tomorrow, I feel appreciated. Not even going with you,
bro.
If it came tomorrow, if it in an envelope, I would feel appreciated.
Nah, man, it's coming because it's like, yo, Team Moet is about to hit the city. You know what I'm saying? Team Hennessy is already here. Still working with Morray, and even starting that tour, I'm just anxious to see, like, you know, once I did my first tour, it's like how many other musical directors are looking at me like, all right, we trust him.
Right.
You know what I mean? He learned play black on the fly. He learned how to operate in an arena. He learned tour etiquette. Don't be so hyped to, you know, flash your pass and put it all on Instagram and show your credentials and all. Like, I got through all of that. So it's like I'm looking for, you know, another tour opportunity, more sponsorship deals, and you know, just taking this energy that I built in Philadelphia and just expanding it. You know what I mean? I want to DJ in Africa. I want to travel, you know what I mean? Not Europe right now, but I'm going to go to Europe soon, you know what I mean? Give them the flavor as well. So it's just, for me, it's just, you know, never stopping, never settling, you know what I'm saying? Literally just embracing that and just not, like Chad said earlier, not allowing the candle to dim out, you know what I mean? So
absolutely.
If I get a chance to talk with y'all in, you know, however, 5 years when y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all might be in LA somewhere or something and we could reconvene and talk about.
Hopefully we're on Showtime or something like that.
I was going to say HBO.
That Jesus and Mero life looks great. They last like 3 interviews was Denzel, John Wick, and like Sandra Bullock. And I'm just like,
okay,
like, this is great. I don't want to talk to these niggas neither. This is phenomenal.
Nah, I appreciate y'all, man. Truly.
But the whole thing with us and with you is that, you know, we recognize that, you know, you a legend. Like you sustained your greatness in this market for over 10 years, which is like damn near impossible to do.
Thank you,
we done seen a lot of people come and go. You experience so many different characters in nightlife to where it's like it's easy to burn out and just be like, no mas. Like, you know what I'm saying? I tapped out after about 12, 13 years in this shit, and I have really no intention on coming back. My full focus is media. But I look at somebody like you that is a phenomenal marketer. Whenever you put your name on something or attach yourself to something, people care about it. And that's tough to do.
Right.
Like, and very few people, I was one of them, shout out me, have that type of thing where like people automatically associate quality and consistency with your name. And for that, it was important. Like I literally hawked you down to get this shit done, and didn't and never stopped and never settled. Because it's important to tell your story, because you are our DJ Irie. You are our fucking
the Stevie J in the market.
You know what I'm saying? Like you matter to so many different elements to the city, and if you were to pull back, I know the nightlife would take a substantial hit that I don't see anybody ready to step up and fill the void yet.
I feel you.
So with all of that said, man, we appreciate you. We thank you for coming today.
For sure.
And this is a big deal to us. So
it's a big deal to me as well, man. I might be contained in my excitement, but I'm happy to be here. You know what I'm saying?
It was a really, really good interview.
Phenomenal interview.
Really?
Yeah. No,
really. In real time, we could tell. We've done a lot of these.
You can tell when you got like a real good basis of speaking.
Yeah, this was an A+.
Like a lot of points, a lot of Jones that could actually be different little viral moments,
gems,
little clips. Yeah,
I got you. Yeah. I got you, man. And like I said, to a testament of what y'all got going on, it's a lot of podcasts out there. It's a lot of people that feel like they could talk just because they got a microphone. But what are you saying? You know what I mean? What are you really saying? So, you know what I mean? I appreciate y'all having me, but I just want to tell y'all, like, I'm a fan of the podcast myself. I do listen, subscribe, and all that. So, you know what I mean? If I could do anything to help y'all, aside from the Hennessy dinner, you know what I mean? We going to put it together. You know what I mean? Straight like that. You know what I mean?
Hey, man. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, man. We appreciate you, your time.
Yes.
All of that means a lot to us, man. And like I said, we here to salute the underdogs, and I just feel like I look at you like the DJ version of me. Like if it wasn't for Philly, you'd be driving a Reef.
You'd be in a Reef
right now. You know what I'm saying?
Stories.
But it's like, you know, our parochialism, like we love where we from so much that it's almost like no matter what we do or where we go, we always come back home, man.
I carry Philly everywhere, man. Everywhere I go. And it's to that point where, like, you know what I mean? You got to describe it, and you got to really own, you know what I mean, the city of brotherly love. And it's like, we ain't proud of everything that come out of here, but one thing it is, you know what I'm saying, it's a couple thorough ones left, man. I just appreciate y'all seeing it.
Oh, last question. How was Brother Bill?
Oh man, I don't know, man.
Oh man,
man, that's the segue. That's the way out right there.
We out of here, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't know what's going on. I don't have a clue what's going on.
We out of here, man. Realest podcast ever. C Diddy, Matthew, Big Dan on the camera, DJ A, motherfucking Boogie.
You know the vibes. You ain't no DJ.
We out of here, man. Peace.